There we go. Once again on a Wednesday night. Welcome to Outlaw Radio, Cold World. It's Wednesday, man. It's 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please share the show, share the show, share the show. My name is Kevin Barnes. I am the certified professional life coach, Kevin Barnes, aka the Negro Whisperer. Militant with a microphone, mouthpiece of the movement, the mayor of Chocolate City. Hey, how y'all doing, man? 414 stand up. 414 stand up. Milwaukee versus everybody. It is Outlaw Radio. So tell a friend and tell a friend. Juice Lady, you in transit. What's going on? What you in the car? What's popping?
Cash Money is the Army. Betty had the Navy. Ooh!
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving the VA hospital. My mom's. You know, we have these parents, these mothers, and our parents get old. Things happen. So she had a stroke on Monday, and I went there today, and it turns out she had a stroke. Plus, she has an aneurysm. So, yeah.
Okay. Oh wow. Prayers for you and yours. You just opened the show on such a somber note. I'm sorry. I know. I mean, why you on the show? Like
I mean, but it feel like, does life really stop? I mean, you know, it's like when people, are you all right? You gonna be okay? And it's like, I mean, what the fuck can I do besides continue living life? I mean, of course, I feel sad. I gotta visit my mom in the hospital, but I still gotta take care of these kids. I still gotta go to work. I still gotta do my school work. I mean, no matter what happens, you know, for us, life don't stop. Even with you being sad and being hurt, and you ain't got time to just cry all day, and then you end up with a fucking headache, and niggas just ain't got time. You know, I'll make time when it's time to be sad, I guess.
Okay.
When that time comes.
As long as you understand that there has to be a period where you actually do decompress, right? Like you can't just wear it. You gotta have somewhere to put it too. So, you know, it's very cool to have, you know, to be able to keep moving and stay motivated. But most of the time when you're going through something, you want to keep yourself busy. Which doctor just checked in with us? What's popping with you, man? How you doing tonight?
Hey, life is what's popping. Life is what's popping. Can you hear me now?
I got you loud and clear.
That's right.
Whatever you did, it turned it off. You
Right,
was fine at first.
You was loud and clear. Now,
You said I'm loud and clear now?
Now
yeah,
you
there
are.
you go. You're
Now
back.
you are.
All right.
All right.
Because you was gone.
Yeah. The fuck. What's going on with you, man? I know you interrupted.
What y'all talking about? Grief?
Well,
Yeah.
Courtney's dealing with some stuff. Go ahead, Courtney.
I said my mom, she had a stroke on Monday, and I just left the VA, and they said it was a stroke. Plus, she now has an aneurysm as well. So, you know, he was talking about me being in transit. So I was saying I was leaving the hospital, headed home.
Okay, now you have a guest that's in the green room.
Oh, he in the waiting room?
I
Okay.
don't know if you have forgotten you had your guest here.
Cause I just sent him the link. I couldn't have forgot. I just sent it to him, kid.
Okay, but I mean, you driving in the car, he at the crib. I didn't know if y'all had coordinated.
He knew I was running to the hospital, so he, you know, I just wanted to make sure I was here, so he wasn't here alone. Like, hey, new person, who are you? So
I wouldn't have let him on. I'm about to bring him on. Like, who
all
is
right.
this dude, right?
Right.
Get this.
Flat out. There we go.
How we doing? Thanks for
What's
having
going
me.
on, my brother? How you doing?
What's up, Chief? I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, man. I don't, you know, Courtney brought company to the
That's
family
right.
cookout, so we're gonna have to get to figure out who you are. Tell
Yeah.
us who you are. Tell us who you are.
I'm a good friend of Courtney's. We actually work together now, so I'm very fortunate to say that. But Tavon, I'm a Baltimore native. Moved to Milwaukee about 3 years ago now. I'm a dad. I'm an educator. Marquette grad school alumni, full ride. So a little bit about me.
Okay. So Wilfred, Courtney said she hollered at me, said, I want to bring somebody on. I'm like, oh, okay, well. So I guess this is you. I want to say this to people. We have a phone number attached to the show as usual. It is 202-5131. And the chat room is popping. Already see Shay and Crewman there from Denver. And he's saying peace to the Outlaws. He's representing for Frontline Black News and the Revolutionary Agenda. He's saying congratulations, Kamar, for the grand opening.
Ooh!
No, not my grand opening. That's for
Oh.
Twisted Plants. For Twisted
Oh.
Plants, third location. And
Oh.
you know, I sell my teas. They sell my teas at at all the restaurants.
All
You
right.
know what I mean? So I'm just gonna be a part of the grand opening. Go up there, you know, out the West Alice and sell a bunch of teas. Let a bunch of them people taste them teas so they know what they're coming to get when they go to Twisted Plant.
Okay.
Kamar, are you still selling your tea at the Sherman Park grocery? Because I be going in there trying to grab them. They don't be in there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on
Well,
now?
see, and that's the thing. You know, we just now got with them, and you know, we had to get some kind of understanding on how I was gonna know, how I know when they run out, or even when they getting low. So you know what I mean. I think we may have that figured out now.
Okay.
We should be hitting them up again probably tomorrow.
Cool.
I see
But
Rock in
thank
the
you, and
chat
thank
room.
you for letting me know that too. I appreciate that.
For sure.
I see Rock in the chat room. He said, "Rock and roll. What it do, Rock? How you doing tonight?" He's just Jesse saying thank you for clarifying. Listen, there's so much shit going on, and what we always do is kind of, especially on Wednesday, it's more topical than anything. And you know, because Monday's kind of loose. And I wanted to know, first of all, does anybody have any news on how Vaughn May's court proceedings went?
I
If you,
read that he pled guilty.
yeah, he was on the show Monday night. He talked all about everything. So I know today was his court date. I thought he said 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday. So if anybody has any news, I mean, because you know, we talked. Shout out to Ajamu Butler, Heal the Hood, and Vaughn who were on the show Monday. That was a dope show. You ain't listened to it, you really got to go back and dig it. It was a great show. But he, you know, he called in and he talked about everything that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to know if they postponed it, if they gave him any kind of sentencing news or whatever. And
Did
I
you
know,
check
like,
the inmate locator? You know, just in case he
I
locked up?
didn't, and I didn't. I don't have to, because anytime I say his name on this show,
He gonna be on the show.
somebody
Somebody
calls
say
him and says, "Kev said your name." Like, I don't know why. It's the weirdest phenomena I've ever encountered.
He gonna be on the show. He gonna call in now. He said his name.
Yeah, or somebody with some news or something, so I don't have to look in no inmate database or nothing like that. You know, the theme of the show tonight is Cold World, and you know, people.
Cold World.
Right. Why? Well, it's a double entendre, Kamar, because number one is wintertime in Wisconsin.
Right.
And so you know that hawk finna get your ass, right? And the snow and the slush and all of this kind of thing, winter wonderland in that sense. But it's also in a sense that it's a lot of people going through it right now. You know, it's a lot of people suffering. It's a lot of people dealing with real life situations. You know, and so it's a cold world. I mean, if you happen to have it okay or good, then you should be grateful for that. You shouldn't take it for granted, because there's some people who are really struggling. Oh, it's a cold world.
Nobody said this thing was gonna be easy.
Yeah. What you call it? Come on, occupational hazards.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's what you call it. But yeah, so that's kind of like where I was going, just thinking about, and you know, 2024, whether people, I don't know when they're gonna start acknowledging this. This has been a phenomenal year just because of the discovery, the power of discovery, right? Like, people been put on cameras up everybody's ass, right? People getting just hit with shit. You did this in 1952.
You on bullshit? You did bullshit? We gonna know about it. Don't learn today.
And you ended with this whole Puffy thing in which we don't even know what's finna come out. We don't know who on what film, on what database, on what.
Hey,
everybody
Kevin Hart say,
nervous.
all I know is it's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
We are on the precipice of discovery. For real. Yeah, man. So I like, but we talk a lot about on Outlaw Radio about just how you build what you're building. Talk about the foundation. So what you put out, you usually get back. And one of those individuals this year who we discussed is Charleston White. Now, if you're not familiar with Charleston White and you don't live in the podverse, just go, check this dude out.
I haven't seen him. No, wow, actually. Interesting.
He's currently incarcerated.
I was just finna say,
okay.
he locked up.
He is currently incarcerated for cruelty to animals.
Fighting dogs?
No,
Every kind of animal. He's tasing cats. He's shooting at stray dogs. He's doing this shit on YouTube. But some of the things he said, he's very, man, I don't think I've ever heard anybody crash out the way I've heard Charleston White. When I heard him tell T.I. that he was gonna George Zimmerman his son, I was like, you know what? I'm cool on you. I don't need to hear nothing else you got to say, right? But it gets the attention. I'm sure he's made a lot of money, but we always kept saying, why ain't nobody done nothing to this dude? And I from what I hear, it's just like a known thing that he's just for real, like well-connected informant. And he admits it. He says, I will call the police on you after I spray you with pepper spray. But now he's incarcerated for cruelty to animals. So, Kamar, you tell me, because I know you and I have talked about Charleston White, and we debated whether or not this is a character and if yada, yada, yada. So what you think about him being locked up now for shooting at, tasing the cats?
Well, I mean, if you're doing wrong, you're gonna have to face the repercussions if they find it, right? But here's the thing, though, right? Like he talk about it too, about in his real life. What do we do, right? Like he really do be in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? Working, getting laws changed, working with the, you know what I mean, fighting these older people down there where he from or whatever. And it's on record that this is the shit that he do.
Right.
Now, we referenced the conversation we had about Vaughn, you know what I mean, about the work that he do in the community. It's kind of similar, you know what I'm saying, where they working, they say they fighting for the community. You know what I mean? Now, then we also talk about how these people would try to tear a motherfucker down that's working for the community. Now, he is doing a bunch of foul shit on YouTube, and he say that that's a character that ain't really him. But what we do know about really him is this part, these facts, right? So, like, maybe it could be some kind of ploy, too, because I heard they was trying to give him some, like, super crazy time for this shit. I don't know if they was joking when they said it, but
no, it's actually
like 15 years or some shit like
it's on a felonious level but if you watch the video of him, actually there's footage of him tasing the cats and saying he's Charleston Whiting. He's saying, I don't give a fuck about no cat. Yeah, I shot the cat. Yeah, I tased the cat. He's narrating the video. So yeah, Peter don't play.
I feel like he's keeping his character in the face by doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like now when he get out of jail, how many motherfuckers gonna want to get an interview?
When he get out.
You see what I'm right? You know what I mean? But I mean that's basically what his whole shit is about. You know what I mean? Getting paid for interviews.
I personally think his kingdom has crumbled.
It may have.
Because and first of all, let me say this.
If he don't get out,
that they talk about his community activism, he hasn't really been. It's overstated. He hasn't really gotten laws changed. He's worked in the community. He's done some community work, some grassroots organizing. But he's also had a record of going to like children's camps, wilding out on kids, just like him having to be removed from the camp. So I'm just saying, I feel like there's some good karma. I felt like it's good karma because I feel like there has to be a limit to what you do. Don't sell your soul for the devil. To the devil.
Karma though, because like, okay, you tasing cats and shooting at dogs, you doing wrong. Like that's the karma from that.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta go.
I thought you was talking about like karma from his persona.
That too. It's all inclusive. All that foul shit.
Man, only karma. Okay, if you do something, the karma is the punishment.
Let me just ask you this, Kamar.
Cause and effect. That is all karma means. Cause and effect. It don't mean that something bad is going to happen to you. It means whatever you did, there's going to be an effect. His effect is he's going to go to jail. It could have been no effect. So karma really just means cause and effect. I need us not to keep thinking it means, oh man, it's bad shit finna happen. No, it's just cause and effect.
When you, if anybody on this panel has ever heard when Kamala Harris announced her candidacy for the president, if you ever heard Charleston White's take on it, about black women not being worth a damn, and fuck a black bitch, and I keep the bitch pregnant and barefoot, she ain't good for shit, and all it's just, I'm like, well, brother, we get it. You ain't voting for her. Like, but you talking about somebody who says, anybody who says, okay, I love and respect the black woman. For you to have to sit through that, I felt like you should have felt some kind of way after I was, because I did. I was like, wait a minute. These the dudes who's supposed to be for us? So when I say karma, you're right, Courtney. I like the literal definition of it, but I feel like it's karma for all the bullshit. For all of the disrespect.
I don't take him seriously though. He's an unserious person, and any unserious person I don't take serious. You know what I mean? It's so performative. Right?
A lot of people take him seriously though. A lot of people do.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they say he done all this for the community. He really a community activist.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? We talk. It's a fact. It's videos of him in the meetings and shit. You know what I mean?
Have you ever heard him talking about raping white women?
And that don't mean a motherfucker upset for saying that.
Have you ever heard him talk about raping white women?
Yep. I heard him talk all kind of crazy ass shit. That don't mean I agree with the shit he say.
No. I'm just saying, like my brother said, you don't take him seriously. Most of us who have like real sense and reasoning will say, come on, man. This is the whole Jaguar Wright thing. Even though she may be saying some things that are true, she said, what's her latest thing? Jay-Z actually had her pregnant at one point, and she had an abortion.
Kev, you been on my nerves, dude.
I know.
He probably did.
Right. But I mean,
she kind of give Orlando Brown energy.
She gives Charleston White energy.
It's a little outlandish.
Yeah, Orlando Brown energy. Like you'll hear some wild shit come out her mouth, and you be like, "What the fuck did she just say?"
Yeah.
Now, Kamar, I like the point you made when you talked about there's real like evidence of him actually, working with young people, right? And that's cool. But at the same time, when you say certain things, it just kind of discounts what you did on the back end. Like, because I mean, really, like you putting out a narrative like a black woman ain't good for shit, and the bitch shouldn't ever be leading nothing. She should be sitting her funky ass at home. You putting that on YouTube.
He said he would go for that slavery, God damn it, before being under a black woman. I'm like, damn, back to slavery? Brother, what's wrong?
Not being able to have a black woman.
So what I guess what I was trying to bring together is I agree with you in that regard, because sometimes you hear him talking, you can kind of hear inkling of truth. You can say, okay,
and that's his game. That's his game, though. He throw the wild shit out there, and then he'll come back and make a little sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the game that he portrayed, and that's what keep motherfuckers paying him to do interviews.
Yeah, but if you don't have, when you're dealing with intelligent people, you don't have to do that.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to. You know what I mean? You don't have to come in and be the court gesture and be like, "I got y'all laughing. Let's talk about something serious."
It might not be for us then. He's probably trying to.
Definitely not for me. Definitely not.
And I'm sorry, it's another thing too, man. It's that social media shit, right? It's that you either performing or informing, and sometimes a little bit of both.
Good way to put it. Yeah. Performing or informing. Welcome to the show, brother. Well, he said, "Y'all ain't gonna pass it to me. I'm taking this motherfucker." What it do, man? What up? He said, "Hey, come on, KB. That can't be true about Charleston White with the pets. It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real." He said, shit, just checked it out. Damn. Yeah, it's real. We don't deal in no falsities on Outlaw Radio. Y'all can hit us up, man. 262-202-5131.
But yeah, if you do something, you know what I mean, that warrant going to jail for a year, you should go to jail.
Yeah. No doubt. I guess I'm just one of them people that I'm sitting on the sideline and I'm watching all kinds of tomfoolery. And sometimes in the back of my head, I'd be like, somebody gonna deal with your monkey ass. I don't say it out loud, but I be watching you thinking that. So when Malcolm,
You know,
as
that's
Malcolm
usually
said,
how it works too.
when the chickens come home to roost, I'm usually sitting back with my hand on my chin, like, yeah, see, there we go.
That's
You
usually
out here tasing cats. I don't even want to come to your community program if you tase stray cats.
My thing is, just because somebody worked, I was just having this conversation when I got off work talking about some people here in Milwaukee, but just because you do community work doesn't mean like you're just this great person. I know some people that work with the youth and they be there when the shootings happen, but really their personality and character really ain't shit. Like,
do they tase cats? Do they tase stray cats?
Kev, no. I don't know what they're doing every time. They might.
I see a lot of community. I see a lot of community leaders that, you know what I mean, that push for peace. You know what I'm saying? Going at it with each other, talking about they gonna bang each other out when they see each other and shit too.
Exactly.
But I mean, like, you know, like everybody ain't nobody 100% correct.
I feel like we splitting hairs here. We talking about tasing stray cats and shooting at pet. You got pet dogs and you're torturing them on a daily basis. I get it. Y'all like, no, Kev, you got to think about it like this and think about it like that.
No, I ain't
the reality of it is, and come on, what I'm saying is, if you can indict any person who does community work, right? If you can say, oh, I found this dude like cooking a squirrel, well, not necessarily a squirrel, but he's cooking a puppy on his grill, and then he led a march the next day. I'm like, dude ate a puppy last night. Yeah, I just feel like he should be exposed. Like before we invest in it, we should know there's some bullshit right here.
I'm glad you caught yourself because squirrel is very regional, right? Like depending upon where you at, squirrel could be the get down, right? So
yeah, I know. And people in Mississippi like, what the fuck he talking about? Cut this shit off.
Them motherfuckers good.
They eating the squirrel right now.
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly.
They got the squirrel. I like Outlaw Radio on. They finna slice into the squirrel. Like what can
let's say this person was a community leader that happened. Damn, I don't want to say that because then I'm gonna sound like you, Kev. I was gonna say if he was a community leader that was Asian. We're not gonna do that. Let's just say he's a community.
Why not? And Trump said they're eating your pets, and this country went crazy.
Eating the dogs, eating the cats. Eating the dogs, eating the cats.
They in the park murdering the ducks in front of the babies. The babies out there playing. They come out there and walk off with the ducks. Oh my God!
Dog was a fool for that one.
Gatherer. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know. Somebody before they give you citizenship, they should say, well, we have these places called parks, and they're preserved natural, land reserves where people can come and really see nature. It's not a hunting ground. Nothing you see in there is in season. When people say you go in the park and fish, all right, well, whatever. I'm just saying you shouldn't walk in the park and murder the ducks. Come on now. But it's a cultural thing. And I'm saying that without understanding their culture. They might be looking at me like you took your ass to the grocery store and bought some old ass shit wrapped up in some plastic that they put some carbon monoxide in to make you think it's fresh. And you superior to me? Hey, man, listen. Right. If the shoe fits, buy a matching purse. That's all I'm saying. And if you out there cooking dogs and puppies and shit, don't be doing that shit on the low. Be out and about it. Outward about it. But like if you're somebody moves in next door to you and they got a little puppy, you should tell them, hey man, don't let that little motherfucker get loose. What is that? A shepherd? Yeah, boy. Yeah, I know. I'm being a little racist tonight.
Shepherd's tender.
Yeah, well, come on. You're not making this better, right? That boy over there got a poodle, man. What?
Shit.
Nuggets. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I had no poodle in a long time.
Man, that take me back, right? Like, no, man. Hey, we do political shit here too, y'all. Aside from the jokes. I want to call Milwaukee Public Schools out once again. I'm a former MPS teacher. I coached varsity football in the city conference for about 13 years. So what happened this week is that Bayview High School and what's the other one? Pulaski. They were informed that they had to forfeit every game they've played this year, and they're now ineligible to even go to the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Damn.
Parents, kids, teachers, like, what the fuck? You want to know why? Because the Milwaukee Public Schools athletic department did not file the proper paperwork in time with the WIAA.
All right.
So once again, MPSU still struggling with paperwork.
Damn, man. I thought they learned their lesson.
What? 2 high schools. Now, first of all, let me say, city conference football in itself is a very questionable brand already. So if you have kids that are playing high school football in the city conference, it's an uphill battle now to get recruited because nobody really takes it seriously. And to be honest with you, the better kids tend to go to other schools. They don't really go to those traditional neighborhood schools we grew up with, Kamar, like
Right.
Tech. And, I go to Marshall and Custer and all that. So it's not the most highly respected form of football, but shout out to, or I should say class of football, but shout out to every coach and every kid that plays, because I've been through that grind. Like I said, I did it for 13 years. I played in the city conference a long time ago. So it ain't them kids' fault that some asshole in an office at MPS doesn't do the paperwork in time. But once again, the kids are the ones who suffer. They're also late on their financial paperwork that they have to submit to prove that the malfeasance of funds, or I guess to see what the degree of it was. We know it's been there. What my sister say, it ain't stolen, it's just lost.
It just lost a little bit.
Right. Somebody just misplaced it. Man, what the hell I do with that 50 million? Did you see that shit? Did I leave it on the couch?
God damn.
I know I had 50 million when I came in here. Where that shit at? Come on, can I check your bathroom? Well, I'm just saying, shame on you, MPS. Once again, what is it? A $1.5 billion budget? Your budget is as big as the city of Milwaukee's. Mayor Johnson just tried to do a budget. What was it? 1.2 billion, something like that? They have 1.5, not million, billion. And y'all can't even get some papers from what? Nowadays, we got the internet. Oh, boom, here. Did you send that? Yeah, I got to get that in for 8 o'clock. Even if you're going to be late, you call and be like, hey, man, I know that was due at 9, man. I mean, I was at lunch. I was off sick. I'm going to get it to you by 5. But you get it to them. So, once again, our kids suffer, man. And then you wonder why our babies out here wilding out. You know what I'm saying?
Or whoever handles that should probably be fired. I'm assuming the secretary, whoever that person is.
They have an athletic director, believe it or not.
That's
Yeah.
They actually
Off with his head.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a lady now, a young lady.
You say it, Courtney. I can't say it.
Off what
Off with her head.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Off with her head, goddammit. It should be. What you doing? What are you doing?
And on top of that, MPS is also being sued because they did not oblige by the agreement that they would place resource officers in the schools. They haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nonprofit here called WILL. It's an acronym. And if I didn't have a drink before the show, I could actually remember what it stood for. We just gonna call it WILL tonight. It's in the People's News Network. As everything we talk about on here is in the People's News Network. First of all, our sister group, so you can catch up with it. But yeah, man. So I just what can't get right? What the fuck? And the property tax levy is increasing. They're trying to now. Listen. If you got to park on the street in front of your house, you're about to get screwed because they're about to add a bunch of money to the tickets now.
I read that.
City starving for money, victimizing your ass.
Oh, buddy.
And a cold world. And these are motherfuckers we voting for. This is what we voting for. You should feel some kind of way if you live in Milwaukee. I don't know if unless you're just a little, special, right? Because my father used to always tell me, he'd say something to me and I'd be like, huh? And he'd be like, what you mean, huh? Either you ignorant or you wasn't paying attention. And if I was you, I'd be not paying attention. I'd be like, damn, what the fuck is he saying? I figured it out when I got older. Pay attention, motherfucker. That's how old people talk. Y'all know. Kamar know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Crape says, does the night parking? Yes, it's still. That's what's always sucked about Milwaukee. Now, why do you have to pay to park on the street? And even if you buy a permit and you park the car on the wrong side of the motherfucking street, they still come give you a motherfucking ass ticket.
God damn.
Now, keep in mind, if you own your home, you're paying property taxes.
Right.
Why? You can't even park in front of your. Listen.
You don't own that part, Kev. You don't own that part. Nope.
Why? Okay. Well, gun line,
How
boss.
they don't own that part, sir. No.
That's why I said if you can't get a home with a driveway, a driveway is what's popping. That's all you gotta do is park your shit in the driveway.
At minimum, never mind a garage and everything else.
Yeah, it's good to have that G-Raj with it. But if you don't, just at least get off the street, because and now that they've announced that this is about to be a thing for them to really go hard at the parking tickets and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
definitely gonna do it.
They're already in the Journal Sentinel telling you that tax increase that we signed in January. And I love how Kamar said it. I think maybe it was like February. And I said, man, this tax increase done. And he said, yeah, everything that used to be $1 is now $2. It wasn't enough. The county still has a $19 million budget deficit. The city of Milwaukee, little buddy, he's balancing it, but it's still cuts. It's still adjustments. It's still walking the tightrope. But y'all told us this was gonna save the world. What's up?
When we get an interview with him, are you going to call him little buddy on the show? Now look here, little buddy. I'm just wondering, is that what you're gonna call the mayor?
I would tell him before we started that we refer to him as little buddy. I really would not say, man, if that come out, I don't want you to be offended by it, right? You know what I'm saying? And I probably would say it. I'd be like, we got, someone, Mayor Johnson, aka Lil Buddy. What I'm gonna do? Not say it and shit? I would tell him though, like, man, ain't no disrespect, man. It's just what you, because I can't always remember if his name is Chevy or Cavalier.
I know, right?
So I just say Lil Buddy.
Right. I mean, Kamara.
All the above.
my whole problem with the city is this overtaxation. And I keep seeing y'all keep adding costs to the price of living, but I see no increase in our bankroll because you're not bringing viable jobs. You don't have any kind of real plan about economic development in this city, except for what you're doing downtown, which ain't for us. You already understand that. You got luxury high rises and all this shit. Coincidentally, the mayor says he wants to bring 1 million people to Milwaukee. He want to get 1 million people to Milwaukee. Well, it's what, 300,000, almost 350,000 right now. It used to be 636. He's falling off. But so you want 700 more thousand people. Where the fuck are they gonna work at?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a whole joke, man. It's a political. America's in a state of political circus. It's a circus right now with Kamala and Trump and all this shit. Listen, they didn't even got mad at Obama. They told Obama, sit your ass down. They checking Obama. I ain't it must be bad. It's a cold world when black people mad at Obama.
Obama ain't even, what did he do? He's not in office. Like, what did he do?
Obama, he stepped out of line a little bit with the people. He did. He got his airs, as my mom said, he got his arse on his shoulders a little bit. He gonna come out and scold black men about not supporting Kamala.
Yeah, a little chastisement.
Yeah.
Chastisement.
Listen, nigga. What's that one black actor who did Clifton Powell? He's been in every black movie for like 40 years.
That's when I was picky, right?
Yeah, that's Clifton. And he always got a line in every movie where he said, listen to me, motherfucker. that's how Obama was with black people. Like, let me tell y'all motherfucking ass something.
Yeah.
They done came back at his ass, man. All these people on the internet like, Obama, shut the fuck up. Like, he ain't never had to deal with that before. But what he should have done is he should have been reasonable in saying, I do understand why people might be, mistrustful of her. Like we're anybody but Trump on this show. I was gonna vote for Morris Day. I think Kamara was gonna vote for Dick Gregory or somebody like that. No, we wasn't. We was voting for Morris Day.
What about who I'm voting for? What about
Who
me?
was you gonna vote for? Please don't.
Oh, now don't like you forgot. I was writing Kanye in.
Oh yeah, you was a Kanye. Yeah, what you think about
Yeah.
Kanye now? He's all up in the Diddy paperwork. He's
Yeah, I'm surprised. Honestly, he was talking about he wasn't nowhere to be found. He talking about
he
that
done
was
got
that was
sued.
Diddy.
I
He got a
just
lawsuit on his ass for drugging and raping.
Yeah.
whoa.
Raping and
Who,
drugging.
Kanye do?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Now,
this shit
Kev,
finna get
now
real
y'all
good.
see
He
the
gave
video.
me money.
Yeah.
Now, Kev, you see the video I posted in our group, and we were talking about people coming to the parties, and you knew what you was coming for. You came over there, you knew. But after watching that video, now if you come to a party and they passing everybody champagne, how am I supposed to know all the goddamn champagne is spiked? All of it. At 6 in the morning.
You
You see
still
Oh,
on that?
because you know the party you going to.
Right, you still on that? Like, come on, you
everything spiked.
They don't warn you. Whoever invited you warned you before
this
you
is
did.
an exclusive party, Kamar.
Right,
This
right.
ain't
And
a
then
party
B,
people just walk in on. You got to be somebody who knows somebody, the man sitting next to the man, to even get to come to this party.
A prince.
and
I
then
saw the video. Did y'all watch the video?
I probably did.
Now,
did you show up at 6 a.m. or did you stay and it's still 6 a.m. or
no,
it's
the
now
party,
6 a.m.
she was kicking it with the prince, and he was like, "We finna go somewhere." She said it was 6:30. I'm thinking in the evening. No, it's 6:30 in the morning, and they get there and it's a party that's already been going on. They passing out champagne to everybody, but all the drinks are already spiked.
Ain't nothing good happening at a 24-hour party. Nothing.
But you in the game. Listen, let me tell you
That don't
something.
mean I signed up to get spiked, Kev.
Hold on. That's why you gotta know. Kamar hit it on the head when he said you gotta know where you going. Listen, if you ain't, some of y'all ain't never done no all-nighter. I done an all-nighter before where I went to a party or a bar and we stayed there, went to somebody's house for 3 hours, went to somewhere else and they was having a party and it was still going. It was like 6 in the morning, especially on New Year's Eve. Like motherfuckers party from like 8 the night before until like 4 in the evening and then just be asleep for 2 days.
Kev, you was kicking it.
I mean, this is what we are. Kamar know what I'm talking about. He ain't saying nothing because
Come on,
Yeah,
you
that's
kicking
how the
like
after
that?
hours be though. Hey, look, I got an after hours story. Hey, look, me and T-Buck used to always go to the after hours and shit, right?
Rest in peace. Rest in
Well,
peace.
anyway, I'm at the after hour by myself one night. You know what I mean? I'm drunk as a motherfucker, it all night long. You know what I mean? We done did the club, and I'm back at my guy after hour, hanging out. Man, I look at my watch, right? My watch say 6 o'clock. I'm drunk as shit, dog. I'm like, oh shit, I left. I hit it, went to work. I thought, hey, listen, man, it was Saturday morning. Like, I come outside, it's light outside. You know what I mean? I got to go to work. Shit, I'm on my way to work. It look like it look when I'm going to work and shit.
And that is 6 in the morning.
Hey, man, I pulled all the way up to the job. The gate was locked and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then I thought about it. Oh, shit, it's Saturday.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I mean, just wow. If you've been wild, like if you out there, you go to the places that are out there. I'm not dismissing anybody who went to one of those parties and something happened to them, but I'm saying a majority of the people there, and I think if videos ever release, you'll see it wasn't a whole lot of resistance. Everybody was there to party. You know, on your calendar circle, Huffy's party. I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks.
I feel like you would know what's going on. You know what I mean? Because he can't afford to just have a motherfucker come in there that don't know shit and they ain't with the program. You know what I mean? And I done heard a lot of stories where they talk about when you go, like, you have to drink this drink.
And that's why she
You know
left.
what I'm saying? What you say, Courtney?
That's why she left. I mean, did y'all watch the video I posted? I posted for y'all to watch it. So y'all
No,
didn't
I ain't get a chance to look at my thing yet.
We probably didn't, Courtney, because
y'all to watch it. What I put it in
no, because I'm not giving no hoes no excuses.
And now she a hoe. See, this is what we be doing, Kev.
I'm not talking about her.
Had a chance to.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about any professional hoe who was there. You was at work and you knew what you was doing.
She didn't know, Kev. You don't know.
That's what I said. If she's one of those unfortunate few who was innocent, I feel bad for her. And I'm not referring to her as a hoe. I'm talking about the professional hoes who was there. Because it was
either. I think ain't
It was male and female professional hoes there. He was bringing in dudes. Like, how you know where I wouldn't know who to call if that's what I wanted. Like, I know how I could get some male sex where I wouldn't know how to call up no male stripper.
Yeah.
So why he was connected like that? Like, I'm gonna bring 7 dudes over here, bruh. you paying dudes to come over? Puffy is, once again, 2024 has been a son of a bitch. It's just, I feel like we all going into 2025 like, whew, if we make it. Especially if you came up in the 90s like myself, because god damn.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad we didn't have social media then, Kamar.
Straight up.
My life would have been
I'll
in
be
ruins.
canceled right now.
Right. My life would have been ruined. I'll never get a job.
Horrible.
Ow,
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel for the streets. And the unfortunate thing about the streets is there's always victims in the streets. Like, there's always Vicks. And, you know, you have some people who are really street people. And they prey on those people. They call them marks. That's what they look for. So somebody always gets victimized. But in that life, especially where you in the sex game, partner, do you know right now sex workers in the United States are trying to unionize?
I know that's right. Hell yeah.
I'll be damned.
I mean, this is the thing though. This shit ain't even legal though. How the fuck they gonna unionize?
I thought prostitution was legal. A little
Well,
bit.
in some states,
in Vegas, that's
in some
about it.
states. But you can technically be a pornographic content creator and say I'm a sex worker.
Yeah.
Right, sure. Okay, that's fair. I got you.
Now, I know if you get caught on 3rd and Brown, you know, like if you, I don't know if you go up that part of Lisbon sometimes where it'd be like zombie hooker zone and shit, and they'd be like looking all in your car, like, ugh. I'm like, ugh, get away from my car. I have no meth. I don't know if they've cleaned it up, but you know, and I'm telling you, they look right in your car, like,
Yeah, don't get eye contact. Don't get no eye contact.
I am running this light.
Oh shit! I looked at her. Oh shit! Go!
You been home in the shower like, he got my mouth. He got my mouth. No, man, that's not funny for me to be laughing at their misfortune. My point was that's still illegal. That's, you know, so now, but if you, like I say, if you go to these conventions and, you know, I sell dildos or whatever, like I'm a sex worker, like it's an industry. It always has been. They say it's the world's oldest profession, right? So there's a lot of people who say, yeah, I got that shit circled. I make most of my income yearly when I go to that party. 5 days, I came home with 100 G's. Can't beat that. You doing $40 a pop every day after that for the rest of the year.
See, if you watch the video, you will see it's different. It ain't what we think it is. Well, I mean, it might be for some chicks. It might be that. But I don't know.
I've heard this story. I didn't know what I was doing. I was with my friend. I came to this party. They gave me something. I smoked it or I drank it, and then I don't remember anything else. And I woke up in a trash bag, spray painted, on the bridge, Tawana Brawley. I mean, come on, like
that's how it happens.
Do you know who Tawana Brawley was?
Oh, tell me more.
Okay.
Tell me more.
You should look up Tawana Brawley.
I already looked up Bologna.
Yeah.
You know?
Tawana Brawley. Yeah. So you know, once again, I don't want to seem heartless, but I'm just saying some of y'all knew. Some of y'all knew what was up. And that's why most of those lawsuits against Cuz are going to get dropped. I'm not excusing Puffy in any shape, form, or fashion, because once I seen what he did to the young sister in the hallway, I was like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
That's like tasing cats. I'm like, nah, I'm cool on you, bro.
And white women have done this for years. I mean,
I just asked you, did you know who she was?
Too mad at her. White women have blamed black men forever. So her blaming
Big facts.
white men.
Big facts.
Just a little get back.
But I didn't reference them. I referenced her. I just wanted to see if you knew who she was.
I figured it. I see now. Oh, she's found trash bag after. Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah. Which she got in herself and spray painted. Listen.
Sometimes
it happens, right?
You gotta make the effect, Kev. You gotta. Oh, look what they did to me.
So you endorse this kind of behavior, okay? All right. Girl, you gotta really do it. Let me hit you. Say he did it. right? Come on. Like, what's that movie where the woman got the pool ball and hit herself on the arm? It was that Thin Line.
Thin line,
She
yeah.
got, this, she got the pool ball and beat herself on the arm and then told the police, he hurt my arm. Poe Martin.
This was a little crazy, Kev. She done covered herself in feces and wrote slurs on herself.
Right.
Was these her bosses or something? This must be some white folks she hated a little bit. She wanted them to go
You
down.
talking about Tawana Brawley?
Yeah, you know I am. I'm looking this up now.
None of the above. She stayed out too late. She broke her curfew.
Oh, she was 15 and did all that.
Right. She was scared to go home, so she made up this story. And Al Sharpton went to work. I'm talking about fat Al Sharpton.
I see.
This back in the day. This when Al Sharpton becomes like more of a figure, right? Because every night he on the news with a big ass perm and a jogging suit. But he's like 450, so you're like, why you got no jogging suit? Obviously, you don't jog, right? And then
use the motherfucker.
Right, he was leading marches. They was 15,000 people. She was in the Public Enemy video. We would fight the power. Come to find out, she made all that shit up. Yeah, you know. That's why every time a hoe be like, he raped me, you be like, Tawana Brawley. So you know.
We just call him.
Hey, look what we just did to Obama. Everybody can get it. If Obama can get it, anybody can get it.
I see, Kev.
Shabaka says Osambo tried to wag his finger at us for not supporting Kamala. What's this? Trio call. My brother. Thank you for tuning in. Trail? Is that Trail? I can't read.
I know. It's all right.
They don't teach that in doctoral programs. They don't teach you how to read, so I never learned. You see how I fit that in there like that? I just slipped that in there. No, he did, man. He did, and he'll learn. And maybe I always feel like we gave Obama this kind of real just like path. We gave him a pass. Because he didn't really do much for us as a president, but damn, it felt good knowing it was a black dude in the White House, right? Just that feeling enough had you kind of motivated, like, I'm out here trying to better myself. Yes, we can, man. Yes, we can.
That's how you felt, Kev?
That's how I was. Yes, we can, man. We saw a change.
That was the first term, Kev. That was that first term. That second term, I think it kind of got a little touch and go for him.
Yeah, but the second time, kind of halfway through, we said, I don't think dude's gonna do shit for us. Yeah. I think we had finally accepted, like, wait, hold on. Damn, I really don't think dude's gonna do shit. Let me see. Look, we were super optimistic because that last year was like, oh, he finna clown this year. Shit. He was quieter than ever. Like, I'm the fuck out of here. Like, it was like, okay. And then when we got Trump, right? No, did we get Trump? We got Trump after Obama, right? And that was the residual white anger. Mm-hmm. You know, white people is a nigger in the White House. Yeah. And so, you know, it's funny to me now that we want to bring them times back. It's already started, man. The Karens are waiting to rise up. White people Brody, man, especially when Trump is involved. They get, you know, hey, buddy, God damn it. You be like, whoa, well, maybe you'll sit your ass down.
Hey, and I'll tell you, look, Milwaukee a little bit different. I know it's technically a black city, but I'm from Baltimore. It ain't a black city like Baltimore is. Like Milwaukee, white folks get out here.
And that's something interesting, too, that you said you're from. But what part of Baltimore are you from?
I'm from West Baltimore City.
Okay. So all we really know about that is The Wire.
Wow, that's the east side.
Okay. But there was West Side against East Side in there, wasn't it? Wasn't it like it was two factions, like the fat dude, Prop Joe, and then what was my man name? What was his name? The big boss man. Oh shit! I should know this shit. This is like urban legend. I should know this. But then the dude Stringer, that was
Stringer, and then,
right. We found out he was actually English and shit. He in there acting like a whole black dude. In the interview, like, well, I think it's a good show. Like, what the fuck? It just ever women's right, yeah, man. No, that shit was legendary. But so okay, and it said that on the show. It's kind of like because at the time they had a black mayor, and the white people on the show would be talking about how like this city is black. Like if you want anybody to be elected, you got to get the black vote. Yeah. So now you said you've been here how long?
I've been here for 3 years now.
Okay. So what's similar and what's not?
And I think the biggest thing is is geographically a way bigger city, but half the people. So
Okay.
folks are a little crouchy in Baltimore, right? Like you can't walk without knocking into somebody, right?
Okay.
Like everything is way more like tight knit. Yeah, man. Milwaukee a little more spaced out. You got a little more room to breathe. But like I mentioned, like demographically, it's a lot. It's probably 55-45 black to white in Baltimore versus 51-49. Yeah, man, in Milwaukee.
Well, see, now the city of Milwaukee is actually what 44% black.
Yeah, right. But that's that small pocket though, right? I
What's
mean,
the north side? Shit.
right.
North side.
Milwaukee is a big hood.
Right. Yeah. We done spread out a little bit northwest. I was born and raised here. We really used to be boxed in. Like at one point, if you lived above Capitol, you live way out there and shit. He lived way out on Hampton. Like Hampton, goddamn street. So, where I live at right now, I always say, I used to tell my kids, when I was a kid, there's no reason I would have been out here.
Right.
The police would have pulled me over like, what the fuck are you doing out here?
Mm-hmm.
You don't live out here. It was all white people. So, but we've moved on up like the Jeffersons. That's interesting though that you said that. Now, how many people are actually in Baltimore? Their total population?
We got without looking it up, I say 1.5 mil without looking it up.
Okay, so y'all got way more people than us.
Courtney can check me, but I think about 1.5.
Yeah.
Is it 1 million in Baltimore? They doing us like that? Wow. Like I said, we got 350,000? Some shit like that. 500,000?
It says $500,000 right now. It says
$500,000 right now. Okay.
266.
So $500,000.
$500,000, yeah.
So we about $500,000. We about $500,000 for 400, 500. Some of them have been there. About same amount.
That's post COVID too, though. So
yeah. I always tripped off that when I see the houses, how they was like what they call them, what they call row houses.
Row houses, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I don't want to live here. This is horrible. Like the doors is like this. I'm like, no.
So they spaces on the inside though, and we got basements. They spaces on the inside. They nice. Okay. Some of them.
We got 5.
Was you in the hood or was you in the suburbs? Was you down there with Stringer and them, or was you like?
So I went to 3 middle schools. One of which we got metal detectors, and somebody brought a gun to school every month.
Okay.
Yeah, every month. Also went to 2 middle schools where it was a county, a little more white people, a little bit chill. So kind of a little bit of both.
So the county was more Caucasian than the city?
Yeah.
As usual, Milwaukee County is more Caucasian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? A lot of people don't realize about Milwaukee is the South Side is a whole different entity.
Yeah, different value. Yeah. I live on the South Side now.
It's huge.
I live on the South Side now. Yeah.
It's huge. The South Side is huge, and so we live on the North Side. We like, fuck the South Side.
Going over there, we be like, no, I ain't going on the South Side.
Right, I'm cool.
I be on the South Side.
Cool.
Hey, don't let me have somebody to come through on a late night. They say you South Side.
I gotta cross the bridge. I'm cool.
Yeah, right.
Hey, that's funny. It's funny, right? Because see, I'll be over there damn near every day now.
Yeah, you a businessman.
I'll be over there every day now, but I remember it was a point when we weren't fucking with it. Even when I was going to school, when I was going to Hamilton on the South Side, man, there used to be all kind of bullshit going on the way back home, man. Sometimes we got to fight on the bus stops and shit, and all kind of crazy ass shit.
I went to middle school right across the street at Bell, so I know the turf.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, man, we walk to the bowling lane because we're on the bowling team and shit. Hey niggers, we're like, oh shit, it's about 5 of them. Let's go. So yeah, it was rough, and like I say, it took us from where I live, it was like an hour to get there. Now I will say this: I had clients on the South Side, and I did frequented the South Side then a lot because I had to, because I had clients, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm picking up one and I'm chilling, right? Because I got the car. I'm at St. Charles. I'll do the pickups. That give me a chance to not sit at work. I'd ride around the city just picking cats up.
Yeah.
I'm sitting out there with him. I'm chilling. He putting his stuff in the car. I happen to notice some vatos sitting across the street. And they looking and shit, hey, how y'all doing? They looking at me like what the fuck is up with Pedro and Tito and shit? So come to find out, he's La Familia at that time, LF, and they were black Mexican gangsters, some Mexican G's, like something like that.
Black Stones or something, huh?
It was something. There was some Puerto Rican, or not Puerto Rican, Latino gang, and I didn't know. So he said, yeah, that's who I always be into it right there. That's my enemies. That's my ops. I'm like, what? You better get your ass. I said, from now when I come here and honk, you bring your ass. Ain't gonna be no pullover. Like, come on, Gabe, get it. Man, you had me in the valley of the shadow of death. I had to get up out of there, man. So that ain't really our turf over there. I got some brothers who say it's cooler over there. They're like, hey, if I move to the south side, man, it's gravy over there. Like, don't nobody know your ass. You probably live in a whole Latino neighborhood. Like, the black guy who lives on the corner.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. That's exactly how I feel right now.
Is that's how they had that? That's the black guy from Baltimore.
Yeah, fuck him, Holmes.
What they call us?
Let's get him, Holmes.
Maete, Peachy Maete. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Maete in the apartment on the corner, Holmes.
The gringo.
Right. Fuck it.
Well, that's white. Maete is nigga.
Oh.
Every culture got a word for nigga. They all have one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roger Zeladon, and he's actually, this is my best friend in the world. He's from South Central Los Angeles, and he's Nicaraguan. So every time I talk shit about Latino people, be like, hey, cuz, you can't be doing that, cuz. Who moved to the South Side, Zeladon? Who moved to the South Side? But yeah, man, so we call out MPS, man. We talked about Obama. Shit, man. Monday was Indigenous Peoples Day.
Hey.
It was Columbus Day.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that people still actually acknowledge Christopher Columbus? Like, y'all cancel everybody in the motherfucking world, and y'all ain't cancel him.
White folks have not, because they'll still. When I went to see my mom at the hospital, they're like, yeah, it's Indigenous People Day, and it's Columbus Day, the original day, Columbus Day. But, I'm like, Columbus ain't even fine shit. Niggas was here. Why y'all want to hold on to it so tight? People were here.
They said he never even landed in America. He's like in Puerto Rico or something and shit. Oh, y'all Indians. And then got on the boat and left. Like, who gave him the name Indians? He did, didn't he? I don't know. I don't want some real super correct. But actually, Kevin, around 1432, it was Palastomatologist, the Greek philosopher, who coined the term. Some of y'all too goddamn smart for me. Some of y'all too smart. Indigenous Peoples Day, though, right? Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Who are we celebrating? Are we celebrating Native Americans?
Are you not Native, Kev? You ain't got no Native in you? Like your ancestors ain't Cherokee, Blackfoot, none of that? Because I know mine are. What, you're not Native?
They said something. They said it was something like that. That's what they be saying. But then nobody call us when they start giving out the Potawatomi checks.
Look.
So whatever my tribe is, they ain't sharing the bread because I know they got a casino somewhere. So I'm not gonna really hold it down and claim that team. Pay me or pay me no attention. So I'm not like if you send me a letter like according to records, I'd be like, oh shit. I'd be all at all the functions and shit, dancing and shit. I'm racist to everybody. I don't just keep it on one. Like everybody gets on Outlaw Radio. I love all y'all.
You can't celebrate that day, Indigenous people, and Thanksgiving. You can't eat mac and cheese and bang the drum about Indigenous People Day.
Which one you doing, Kev?
Hey, wait, hold on now. First of all, now that he said that, it just kind of reminded me that actually to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, which is supposedly symbolic of Columbus coming to the country, is a slap in the face for Indigenous people. To them, it's like this the worst shit that ever happened. How is this a holiday? We lost all our land.
Unless they're celebrating the people that they lost. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like
Veterans Day. That's like Memorial Day.
Right. Memorial Day, not Veterans Day.
Okay. See, some people can come up with any reason to drink. So I like how Courtney said, hey, man, we're going to celebrate the dead homies then. Fuck it.
That's why Outlaw Radio. This is always
right. But never mind the millions of people that was vanquished. Like, I just, not to you, I'm saying people who celebrate this. Like, oh, this was a good thing. Well, think about all the motherfuckers who really just got wiped out totally because of, we just said Columbus he didn't really land here. So when did the white man come finally? Was it when the Pilgrims came, or because they wasn't on the boat with Columbus? He was Italian, right? And the Pilgrims and whatnot was English, right? They was booted out of England, or they was running from England. So, so which white people should we say started all this shit?
I'm looking right now. See what happened.
Some black people say black people was here when they got here. That's what Jesse is saying. He's saying Columbus didn't even land in mainland USA.
Mm-hmm.
He made it to the Bahamas and the Caribbean. See, I said he was in Puerto Rico. I was close. He said we're celebrating the Aborigines because we was reclassified as Black, Negro, and colored, etc., especially in Virginia and the Carolinas. Now y'all ask me a question, which one I'm gonna celebrate? If I'm off work, I'm celebrating both of them. I'm one of them kind of people. Like I said, man, what? It's a holiday? Man, let me go grab me some beer right quick, man. Hey, man, happy Cinco motherfucking de Mayo, cuz. Like, that's how I celebrate every holiday. If they give us a day off work, I don't give a fuck. I be at the crib on Hanukkah and shit. Like, yeah, y'all off, I'm off.
Lighting candles, yeah, I feel it.
I mean, and then the whole joke of it is, realistically, is because what we do for Thanksgiving now, and I'm talking about my family, is not celebratory or celebrating the fact that some pilgrims came here. It's not celebrating this, they gave the Indians corn or the Indians gave them corn and all this shit. It's just about, hey, I got my family right here. We finna eat and be grateful for surviving another year. It don't really got nothing to do with Columbus now.
And we all work. All of it.
Right. There you go. Let's go get some beer. Right? We off work. Let's go get some beer.
All of it.
He said, this is Jesse said this is also Gullah Geechee month as well. Is it? Gullah Geechee.
Gullah Island.
Yeah, I've heard about the Geechee people, man. He said they was some fighters back in the day. I don't know. My people from Mississippi. We ain't got no roots out there. So I don't know. I don't be familiar with other people's culture like that. And to be honest, I don't really care. I be just up on black people shit. So you be like, people be naming. I be like, that ain't black. I don't want to know that. He said the Spanish started it. He said I'm a fool. Absolutely am, man. And I also think it's very funny. I'm going back to Obama, man. I think it's very funny that Obama was chastised. And was the internet, was social media as whoop ass when Obama was president as it is now? It was getting there, but I don't think it was like it is now.
Where it's way worse now. Yeah.
Okay, so
way worse.
I would like to hear his response. Because it is funny to think that he was scolding brothers.
Oh, he ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna ask Michelle to talk to him.
Oh, well, no, you can't send Michelle for this. You said it, right? Like, maybe he feels like, well, I have a rapport with you all. Like, I'm Obama. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
but then Cosby came here to Milwaukee and did the same thing.
Bill's was horrible and compounded by the fact that it was already shit out there on him, but it hadn't hit the fan yet. And then after that is when it just blew up and he became Pill. He went from Bill to Pill. My name, hey, I'm Pill Cosby. His name changed, right? But before that, when he came here, he scolded the shit out of black people. It's actually a very famous speech. They call it pound cake. Because he talked about, he had this metaphor with pound cake, but he talked about you walk around with your pants down and you sound like somebody old ass uncle. And everybody here was like, Bill, we know we po. You at North Division. First of all, you're speaking at North Division. Motherfucker, this ain't Cedarburg. Yeah, that's why y'all ain't got no money. Everybody like, oh shit, Bill, it's like that. So I always been like, fuck Bill Cosby, for real. And
I think he never forgot. I think he always thought he was Cliff Huxtable, right? Like Cliff Huxtable couldn't do those things, but Bill certainly could have, and probably did for sure.
See, I differ in that regard too, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I was young, I thought the Cosby Show was corny.
Okay.
I thought that shit was cornball. Even as a little ass kid, I'm like, this shit is corny as shit.
You were thug, yeah. It was.
I wasn't. I was a little kid, but I lived in real America. This was during the height of the crack epidemic.
Right.
Crack was never mentioned on the Cosby Show, and they lived in New York. Theo got jumped or something. Somebody robbed him. He wasn't just walking around Brooklyn like, my dad's a doctor. Like look at Everybody Hates Chris.
Really different. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I just thought it was corny. And a lot of it was due to my lack of sophistication because I had never been acquainted with a black family that purchases art and mom is a doctor, and you know, I'm a lawyer, and dad is a doctor. My daddy was a junk man.
Yeah, that's like reality. No, nobody, even as an adult, don't nobody really care for Chris. So I mean,
I'm just, I know Chris Rock is one of the funniest motherfuckers ever. What are you talking about?
wow, you really feel that way?
Chris Rock is top 10 all day, every. You must ain't never watched I Ain't Never Scared.
But I'm okay on this. So Chris Rock actually might be my favorite comedian.
Chris is his movies suck a lot. And most of the time, his movie sucks. But stand-up wise, Chris is a bad dude. You know, Chris was asking some very crucial questions. Actually, Chris kind of brought this social commentary comedy into play that Chappelle came along and mastered, and now you see a lot of comedians add a serious side now and do social commentary instead of just dumbass jokes and shit and white people jokes and shit. Like, oh, white people walking down the street. Hey, white people. That shit ain't funny now. Like, you have to add some real, like, what's going on in society. Chris Rock was one of the first ones to do that, to tell you the truth. So that's why I always love Chris Rock. You know, he old now. He got money. He don't be doing shit. You know, they all slow down eventually.
Cornball to me. I don't know.
No, the Cosby Show to me was always just, it was just like unbelievable to me. That's not what I seen in our city.
Yeah, it wasn't reality. I got you.
And we was middle class. We lived in a nice ass neighborhood. Trees, grass, everything. I had 2 parents in the house, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
If your ass went off the porch, you was in it. Like, what the fuck? Dope fiend trying to sell you a shopping cart. Hey man, give me $2 for this, man. You just stole that from Kohl's, man. He's trying to sell you the shopping cart. Fuck, I'm gonna do with a shopping cart, man. You move your stuff around in it, man. If you don't go, they'll steal your shit and come in front of your house and try to sell it to you.
The Huxtables ain't living in that type of neighborhood, kid.
They lived in New York City.
They didn't live in that neighborhood though. They ain't living that. They don't know what you're talking about.
They didn't watch the news either because that never. Cliff never even said to his kids, "Y'all watch out for them crack dealers." Or Cliff is just, you know, we would go buy a painting and shit. Like, you know, fuck all that. I didn't like the Cosby Show.
I mean, do you think white folks say that to their kids? Hey, watch out for them crackheads out there. Don't hate.
Hell yeah. Especially
so?
if they black. You see those niggers by the gas station? They're crackheads. Say that shit quick.
Yeah, I mean, some of the shows they were talking about that, Courtney. Like some of the white shows back in the day, that was a thing. Like Beverly Hills, all that stuff. There was an episode or two about crack or drugs, whatever the case.
On the Cosby Show?
No, I mean like the white shows. No.
Oh yeah, but you know, little Jimmy done got on pills or something. You know, that's never Denise and them though. Like, you know, Lisa Bonet got the door because she was pregnant. He like, and teenage pregnancy at the time in Black America was a real thing. Yeah, your ass, you know, yeah, send you off. Yeah, she
also the HIV thing back then, right? They ain't talking about the HIV and STD shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I mean, you know, it was TV, and maybe I was just a little too dramatic as a kid. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was my fault. You know, it wasn't corny. That's just me feeling like that. Whatever. That shit was garbage. Y'all know what I did? We talked about this on the show because it's Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween. I always talk about watching a movie when I was very young called Salem's Lot. And it absolutely scared the shit out of me when I was little. Like, I had to go and sleep in the bed with my mom and them after I seen this shit every time I watched it. I'm almost traumatized by this movie as an adult. They remade it, and it's on HBO. And I watched it. And it got a whole new version, which is dope because the hero of the whole movie now is a little black kid. And the original one, it wasn't no black people in it at all. I think if it was, he was in the background like, hey. But it was a little black kid who was the hero of the movie. So, but there was some points where I seen the scene that scared me the most, where the kid was scratching on the window. My big grown ass was in there like, oh. I was in the room like by myself, like, I was trying to open the window. Like, man, you ain't supposed to be scared of no fucking movie, man. This shit was wild. I just had to, it was a come to Jesus moment for me.
Oh my God.
I had to get my life together, man. This should not scare me. Do y'all any movies? Cause like, you know, scary movies ain't like scary movies now. They shouldn't be. Like, if I watched a Freddy Krueger movie now, I'd be like, I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I used to be like, whoa, shit, Freddy Krueger. So you shouldn't really be. Is it anything that y'all can see like a movie or somewhere you'd be like, oh, this shit always fucks with my head? Like,
Candyman.
Candyman. I've never seen Candyman.
I done said his name twice already. Can't keep saying.
Candyman.
But look,
Candyman used to scare me when I was a kid.
Did it? I've never seen it.
Hey, I go in the bathroom, Candyman.
he was so scary. Like he was.
I ain't gonna say it the third time.
Yeah.
I ain't never did none of that Hail Mary and the Bloody Mary. None of that. I ain't never did none of that in the mirror. I'm cool.
Like I said, I don't believe in. I'm not gonna say I don't believe in vampires because I don't know what you can say you don't believe in now. Like you don't know what the fuck is out here. Really, tell you the truth. Like people be ain't no Bigfoot. I be like, it's a Bigfoot somewhere. It's a Bigfoot some motherfucking where. People be like, it ain't no aliens. I'm like, it's aliens for real. And listen, if you ever just look around sometimes when you out, you'll see somebody who's very, very funny looking. I'm not talking about like ugly. I'm saying just like funny, like different. You'll say, man, what that motherfucker look funny is. I'm guaranteeing you that's an alien.
That movie you saw, Tavon, there was some aliens in there.
Oh my god, you talking a different man joint? Oh my god, that was.
What's the name of it?
It was called a different man. The protagonist, right? The main character, nigga had a facial deformity. He didn't like the facial deformity. He decided to get facial surgery, fix the shit. Was the most beautiful person in the world. Or so we were being led to believe. Later in the movie, another nigga came around with a facial deformity worse than his and got all his women, all his jobs. He was an actor. Like it was the craziest shit in the world. And now he was mad because he was no longer had a facial deformity.
He wanted back.
He wanted it back.
Yeah, this is not an alien movie. I thought there was an alien in the movie.
No, but he looked like an alien though. I'm saying he looked like the nigga looked like an alien or something.
And that's what I'm saying. That could have been a deformity. People walk around.
Okay. So he was probably extraterrestrial. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I was gonna say was y'all on a date or something? Y'all watched the movie? They just wanted to talk about it. Like, remember we were watching that movie and shit. Like, what the movie ain't no alien in there? What are we talking about? I don't know. Both of y'all was really down for the movie, and we didn't know nothing.
I told her at work. I said, "Bro, what?
Okay.
You know, guess what I did? You know, a couple days ago, I told her about the movie. So I'm mad. I should have saved my ass at home, but it is what it is."
Up, Kev. I went and looked it up, watched the preview, the little trailer. So I'm like, oh. So yeah, looking at his face remind me of one of the people that could be an alien out here. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I said, some funny people, and you see them, and you say, not out of just like, oh, you're not attractive, but just like, yo, like I look at pro athletes sometimes, like, what's up with this dude? How's he that big, that strong, and that fast? Like, it's some alien shit going on there. Like, I believe they're really like X-Men and shit. So
Monstars, that's what they are.
Yeah, man. I don't. And like I say, with the alien thing, people laugh at me all the time. But I don't care.
I mean, we have an ambassador to communicate with aliens. So anybody that doesn't believe that, they need to go look into our government and see that we have people communicating with aliens in the government. So
and we spending a lot of money for all these programs at NASA and this and that and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Now for you people who are conspiracy theorists that say they've never been out of the atmosphere,
out the dome.
They've never been out of the, what did Ewok call me and told me about it? It's the name, the biblical name for it.
Firmament, just told you.
Firmament, there we go. Ewok called me one night and really handled me rough because I couldn't remember it. So he was like, they ain't never been out of space, man. It's a dome over. So where did Elon Musk and them just go? Because he just shot a rocket off, didn't he? He didn't go in space?
I ain't go nowhere.
He didn't get out the firmament. That was fake.
Up and it came around.
Okay. I thought he went up in space. I thought that's why they call it the SpaceX program.
They show us the whole thing. So I need to go. So I know it's really happening. I would have to go.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't need that. I take their word for it. I'm trying to get my ass in no rocket. What we doing? You got in a rocket.
Shit, we don't even know what's underneath the damn water. I mean,
yeah. But that's a good thing, though. I feel like that's a good thing.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing that, there's a lot of stuff we don't know. That's how I say there's so much stuff that's unexplained and you can't say what doesn't exist because there's so much shit we don't know, right? Like, motherfuckers say it's such thing as mermaids. Crazy, ain't no mermaid. But you ain't been to the bottom of the ocean. You don't know what's down there. I'm not saying it's mermaids. I just use that as an example because it's really probably Aquaman. Everybody know it's a blonde white dude. So he's the Lord.
Some people that was in the Wakanda movie that was coming out the ocean. The little
You talking about the Atlantis people? Yeah, people from Atlantis. Yeah. Well, yeah,
He was
currently,
Latino in the movie, right? I didn't
Yeah.
watch that Black Panther movie because I just thought the way they handled the whole Chadwick Boseman thing was like, I was like, no,
that was sad. Yeah, I
don't
agree.
make it into a girl movie. It's
Not
called
just that, but
Black Panther, man.
There was 20 minutes of action and 2 hours of talking. I left after an hour.
It was women empowerment shit. Like, we are strong. We are women. We know. Damn, can y'all fight somebody? Like
they would talk for 2 hours.
that was cool. I didn't waste my dime on that one.
Did you watch Woman King? They was fighting. Did we see that?
You said The Woman King?
Yeah.
I didn't. I've never watched The Woman King just because historically I knew the basis behind who those women actually were and what they did. Now, that was a very hot topic. Come on, remember, we had a real roundabout about this shit when the movie was out because I was saying they were slave hunters. No way in hell I'm watching this movie. He was like, hey, have you ever seen it? It's like, nah, man, I don't want to see it. I don't
watch either, Courtney. Sorry.
You didn't see it either? Okay.
Did you see it, Courtney? How was it?
I mean, I watched it a couple months ago. It was on Netflix. I think I was doing my son's hair. But I watched it like that because I was doing something. And it was okay. They didn't make it seem like it was like they were going and attacking other villages. And after they didn't round you up and we didn't kill you, we taking you back and you could join our army. That's the way they put it in the movie. They take the women, now you're a part of our army. And I guess maybe some of the people, they just really brought them to their village and said, shit, you fucking with us or you not. So in the movie, it didn't make it seem like we were catching slaves. It was like we were recruiting women, put them in our army, and bring y'all to our village. So, yeah.
But in reality, they were working for the man, going rounding up slaves. And now, Kamar went to see, Kamar, correct me if I'm wrong. At the point, I thought you had date night and went and watched that and seen the movie.
I did.
And Kamar was basically like, fuck all y'all. Yeah, I went with my girl to see the movie. I don't even fuck what y'all think. And so it just became contentious around this motherfucker, right? I didn't know if we was going to have a show moving forward. the shit got hot, man. People was really in their feelings and shit. Calling out, hey, man.
That tribe, they did do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then also understand it was other groups of Black people that was doing the same thing too.
Okay.
And some of them groups we hold even still to this day at high esteem.
When they make the movie about them, I think that's when we'll probably call them out.
You know what I mean? But I'm just, I just threw that out.
No,
I watch movies. I watch ratchet movies. I watch that type shit. I watch medieval movies. I watch Viking. I watch all kinds of movies.
I do too. And right now, what I'm mostly watching is Tubi. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
I'm on Tubi lately too.
I have been. I was there before a lot of people were. Mm-hmm. I was talking about Tubi 3 years ago. Listen, and the reason being because people say it's bad movies, but I can watch a bad Black movie as opposed to watching a bad white movie. Like I'd rather support my own. And I'm so savvy with it that when I watch them now, if there's not certain actors in them or certain names, I don't watch them because I know I'd be like, oh, this is gonna be some bullshit. And some of them they done made it with the old VCR camcorder and the sound be off and shit. And be like, man, what the fuck kind of cameras they using this shit? And but some of them be really good. I love the Detroit movies. I actually want to interview the brother from here because we have so many movies made, hood Milwaukee movies now. Swift Sloan. I'm very cool with his uncle, and I spoke with his uncle about. I was kind of saving that. I was kind of saving that for something else, but I do want to talk to him. What you say? Come on.
I may be able to get in touch with him for you.
Yeah, I mean, and he needs to put me in a movie. I'm trying to tell you,
right?
I will be the
podcast in the movie.
Just let me be the bad guy.
Oh, you want to?
I want to be the bad guy. Like I'm telling you, I will be the best bad guy ever in a movie. I would literally, you be watching a movie like I hate dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be so much fun to me. Just like, cause it's a movie, right? Cause I really do good shit in real life. So I'd be like, man, I'm about to be dastardly. I'm gonna be trying to shoot everybody at the end of every scene. Like this scene would be better if I shot him at the end of it. I'm like, no, Kev, you can't shoot everybody. Anybody who argue with me, look at me. Bow. It's like, dog, you didn't kill 5 people in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Like, yeah, man, keep it rolling, man. So, but yeah, I see it. We see if we can hook that up, man. Shout out to him.
I watched that movie. I was like, there go Kev. We finna blast some niggas.
Man,
Right.
you already know what I'm gonna do, right? You already know. It's put me on the cover with a gun, like. No, I'm telling you, man. I've always wanted to do that, man. He said, "Sound like you want." This is Earl. Shout out to him. He said, "Sound like you want to be a dirty cop." That'd be another ooh.
Yeah, well, Denzel. Yeah, a little training there.
Sheesh, I make Denzel look like a Boy Scout, man. For real, dog. You'd be like, dude, somebody got to kill this cop. Like, people would be mad at me. Like, they be coming up to me in the street thinking I'm that character. Like, say, man, why you? Like, dude, that was a movie on Tubi, bro. You got to calm down. Not really me, man. I'm a life coach. It's like, come on, man, chill out. Here's something else funny. Let's just kind of go back to politics, another failure in our city. I told y'all some time ago, right, that the housing authority was under real federal investigation for a while. And the feds, upon conclusion of their investigation, their summation was that it's mismanaged, it's misrun. Is misrun a word? Mismanaged? And run amok, right? Led astray, bamboozled, right? And but so what ended up happening is they said that it was so bad, it was so egregious that it was on like basically fraud. The way it was operating was federal fraud. So they said, no, we're gonna take control of this. This is a rent assistance program. This is poor people who have been on waiting lists for years who really need rent assistance, especially with your tax hikes and your stadium taxes and all your shit that you know, all this kind of stuff. And so now there's a company out of Florida. It's some kind of firm. This is who the feds say we want them to run it. But the Common Council and the citizens are upset now. Like, well, we don't know if they can really run this because they from Florida and because they're not from here. And I'm like, wait, you had some motherfuckers here from here that couldn't run this shit. What now you tripping? But this is just another failing function. And I get these people saying they outsourcing, but it's the feds. It was mismanaged. Listen, ain't nobody got rent assistance in years here. That damn waiting list is locked up.
Yeah.
Probably because of some bullshit they was doing in that office. Right? You know, I've helped people sign up for subsidized housing. The waiting list to get even just to move in, public housing here in Milwaukee, it's like it was closed for years. They opened it up in the spring. I probably helped about 50 to 60 people sign up. And nobody heard shit, but now you on the list. People been sitting on that list for 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And they have vacant units. They said we're behind in our maintenance. Like, Milwaukee, come on, man. Come on, man. And y'all worried about a flag. They trying to redesign the city flag. And we got to have a special session for this shit. Come on, man. Our leadership is a joke. Is that MC Tone in the chat room?
MC Tone, Milwaukee's own.
Man, hold up. Wait a minute. Let us put some pimping in it.
Let me put some pimping in it.
He said MC Tone is in two upcoming movie films. Yeah, okay. In 2 upcoming movies filmed in Milwaukee. That's what he said. Y'all know how he types. I don't think it's my illiteracy. So
sometimes it is.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I take that. It's all good. No. If the shoe fits, buy a matching purse. Nah, like I said, they don't teach that at the university. They don't teach us how to read. Go in there and color your way to a master's degree. It happens every day. But no, MC Tone, what it do? MC Tone, I want to see you in some of these movies, man. Baby Drew had a movie. I've seen Pimpin' Ken in them. Yeah. That was another hot kind of debate we had on the show because while I do admire Baby Drew for his rap, because I think Country Boy Clique is the rawest group that ever came from Milwaukee. I think their 2 albums are, especially Powder, is just too phenomenal to believe. To me, that's just like top 10 all-time albums. But that movie sucked. I'm sorry. It just was bad. It was just bad. And like I said, I like bad movies. I watch Tubi. But a lot of times I'm just like, oh shit, damn. But shout out to him because Baby Drew's been on here many times, and it was his manager's name. They have the black owned tequila company.
Oh, that dude. He was at an event selling.
Yeah, what's cuz name? He be out here.
Yeah.
Big bald head dude. Steve-O. Shout out to him. Yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
He said Earl Henny said City Hall needs to be cleaned up. I wholeheartedly agree. Right.
Okay,
right.
What's going on with your friend Tierman Spencer? Anything new with that?
I had a very long conversation with Tierman Spencer about 2 weeks ago. Because they are trying to charge him with some, he has some charges. Tierman will be okay. Tierman will be okay. Tierman has had some health issues. You know what I'm saying? And so, he's the first black city attorney, so we know damn well that he faced Tierman. They was on Tierman heels from the start. And because that's really my partner. Like, that's my guy. Me and Tierman are really cool. So I won't say a lot of the shit he tells me on the show. That's the agreement that we have. Like, because he'll tell me, like, young man, this is not for everybody's ears. Do you understand? Like, Tierman, you can't even really hardly get him to talk on the phone.
How much older is Tierman than you to call you young man?
Tierman is 70-something years old.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm 48. I know you think I'm the oldest nigga in the world. Like, Courtney think like I'm Chicken George and shit. Like, this motherfucker.
Telling me about some throwback stuff. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that shit be in the 90s, though. You act like I be talking about, like, Jackie Robinson and shit in the 50s. Though. I remember when we broke the color line in baseball.
I was there.
Act like I'm an old slave nigga. And shit.
I was there.
Y'all welcome to Outlaw Radio. Now come on in and sit down.
But young man does have a certain,
respect is respect, man.
Yeah.
Are you over 10 years older than me? If you said young man, I would understand it. Like, and if you 20, I'm really like, yo, yeah, he talking to me, right? So I got some uncles who would say that to me. That's like 77 and 80. Like, yeah, young man, let me talk to you. You be like, what up, Unc? I ain't what I'm saying now. Who you calling young man?
Now, what if it's a chick? Because Courtney and I were talking about this at work. What if it's a chick that say young man?
And
A
she
chick
younger than you, or
wait, you mean an older woman?
Mm-hmm.
That's respect is respect. Listen, I've been around some sisters, some older sisters, like in the workplace, professionally, and they will say, "How you doing, young man?" And you say, "I'm all right, ma'am. How you doing?" That's
how much older are they though, Kev? When they calling you, how much older?
If you 60 plus and you say, "Hey, young man," I'm gonna be like, "How you doing, ma'am?" Like, I'm once again, it ain't far, but I'm still damn near a dub away from that.
But if you're 45 and I'm 47, and I'm like, hey,
no, we ain't gonna talk like that to each other unless we just shooting the shit. I'm like, dude, you do know you're only 2 years older than me, right? I hate when motherfuckers do that too. Like, they only be like 3 years older than you, be trying to talk to you like, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, in my day, you're 3 years older than me. Stop it. I was there, motherfucker. See, you don't know nothing about no boys to men. Right, dude, you 2 years older than me. Stop it, man.
I had a situation. I was out. This is a real quick story. I had a situation. I was out. I was, at a particular establishment getting something to drink, and woman came up behind me. Damn, that young man fine. Right. I took offense though, because ain't no way in the world she was A, older than me, and B, I'm damn near 35, so she had been no more than about 20, I say about 26. I said, well, I keep doing what I'm doing, but I don't, internally I'm like, yeah, I don't, we can't talk. You can't call me young man. Sorry.
What you think about that, Kev? A younger, like me calling you young man. That's me calling you young man. You or Kamar. How you feel about the young man call?
I would actually think you was. See, I'm from the hood, right? So the skinniest dude in the hood was named Fats, and the fat dude was named Lil Bobby, right? And you'd be like, what the fuck? So if you're saying young man to me, I assume it's just a flip of the lip. Obviously I'm older than you. Like, I don't take myself that serious. I'm who the fuck you talking to? Like, you know, I think I would think you had a sense of humor. Like, oh, young man, huh? I mean, I'm obviously older than you. So yeah,
I think it'll depend on the context.
there you go. That's a good one. Context is everything, right?
It will depend on the context. Because like you said, Kev, she could be trying to be funny. You know what I mean? I don't have people call me young man, like meaning it's out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Coming from an older man, at least.
Well, we get to talking shit sometimes, you know, and I tell my brother, hold on, young man. You know, we laugh about this shit.
I be calling people sir, young man, when I'm kind of talking shit. Look here, sir, calm down. So like, calm down, sir.
It's not a big deal to me. I don't, you know, it's because I am old enough, right? I'm old enough, so whether as long as you don't be like, hey, sit your old ass down or some shit like that, or you know, what up, old fart or some shit like, whoa, hold on, man, you doing a little too much, man. Fuck is that shit about? Because you see young dudes now, man, once you get this salt and pepper, they'll see you come in and you thinking you might be clean, you on your way somewhere. What's up, old school? Or they'll call you school. And you be like, or what's up, OG? Especially now, you know, I walk with this cane, so young little thugs hold the door like, there you go, OG. And I be like, hold on, man, I'm a thug too. Like, you ain't got to hold the door. No, you ain't, man. Go in the store. We ain't gonna even rob you. Go in the store, man. I get back in my car, I'm throwing up a gang sign before I leave this motherfucker. Y'all see me shit. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Because that's what I say. You know, I got gray hair, so people just.
And these are the type of people who used to work at St. Charles. People like throwing off gang signs when they pull off and things.
I see.
Yeah. Man, I worked.
I ain't mad at it though. You know, I mean, you know, gotta keep it thorough.
And people think just because you get older, you get soft when you get old.
Sure, yeah.
And you know, punk, just because you're a little bit older, like you know.
Matter of fact, I imagine you might get a little bit more set in your ways and a little bit less patient and everything else.
Well, if you legal, you learn how to shoot. Then you ain't gotta worry about shit. That's the great equalizer. You might be young and strong. You might be swollen buff. You might have dreads to your stomach. But this 40 cal, it makes sure everybody's equal. So yeah. Now let me stop talking like that for people really be trying to charge me up on that.
I asked Tavon this the other day. Do y'all think that y'all grew up or did y'all stay young and just got old?
I definitely grew the fuck up. I raised 2 kids. I grew all the way the fuck up. So I don't, you know, I'm in touch with my inner child, but I'm a grown ass man. I grew the fuck up. What about you, Kamar?
I think grown up. I feel like grown up brings wisdom.
Okay.
Instead of growing old. Because everybody grow old.
Yeah.
But when you grow up, you start thinking about a mindset.
Yeah, you start thinking about sitting your ass down somewhere taking a nap and shit.
Yeah.
How is a motherfucker?
On the inside,
planning and shit.
older. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My brother, you think you've grown up or you think you've just gotten older? I mean, I don't know. You might not have none of this salt and pepper, so you might be like, nah.
Nah, I got the grades coming in on the side.
Okay.
It's here. It's here. I promise. Nah, you know, honestly, I'm actually go the other way. I think I kind of just got older just because I'm the older sibling, so I kind of raised my siblings.
But you was grown anyways, right?
Yeah, I was already grown. Yeah.
And you like my brother? He's the oldest young dude ever. He always was the oldest dude.
Yeah.
Around all of us, like he'd be the one that'd be like, "Man, we shouldn't do this, y'all." Everybody else be like, "Man, shut your ass up." He always the one to stop us and be like, "Now consider all the circumstances here, fellas." He's like, "Dog, come on, man. What would your mother think?" It's like, dude, we got the same mama, man. Chill out, man.
Nah, that sound quite familiar, actually.
Yeah, he always, especially with me, he always trying to. I'm like, man, you don't get your ass out of here. What you doing with some dice? And my brother catch me with some dice, and he talking to me like he my father. What you doing with some dice? Motherfucker, what you think I'm doing with him? I ain't playing Monopoly. I'm gonna tell mama and shit. Like, oh, you gonna tell mama I got some dice and shit.
Yeah, that's that teaching shit too. I think, you know, when you start to teach and shit, you gotta carry at a certain level, certain, you know, maturity, you know what I mean, despite how old you actually might be.
Some of us all in your head though. right? Because you just old, you're the oldest, right? And I get it. Like I said, my brother, he was overboard big brother. Just not that, it was, I mean, he had good intentions. My brother loved me. He was always trying to look out for me, right? But he was just always like super square about everything. When it came to me, now he might be in some gangster shit with his homeboys, but when it came to me, it was, what are you running around with those guys that their hats turned to the left for you? You're a gang member now? Like,
But that's how brothers be. Cause my brother used to smoke weed all the time, and then he caught me smoking weed, and it's like, "What are you doing?" I'm the same shit you've been doing. The weed been on your
but you was a girl though. It's different. You were a girl. Like,
different with girls.
You catch your little sister. You like, oh shit, man.
Well, that's what happens. You gotta be better big brothers then. Be a better example.
Because Courtney, I treat my sister a little bit different. Sisters on my father's side and my mom's side, but my brother's a little bit different.
I remember, dude, like I was getting ready to sign my national letter of intent when I was going to go to college, right? And my parents, because I was 18, coaches didn't even communicate with them. They called me directly, right? So I went and negotiated my own joint. And so my father was like, nobody knows where you going to school. You got to tell us what you're going to do. Yeah. I said, yeah, well, Pop, I'll let y'all know. He said, we're going to have a dinner. My father said, I'm going to cook steaks and all this food, and you'll announce where you're going. This is like 94, right? At this time, I smoke a lot of weed at this point. Really like a lot of weed, right? In 94, we smoking a lot of weed. And so, of course, what do? I'm finna go home. I'm finna eat steaks. I smoked a lot of weed. My parents didn't know. I had the Visine in effect. They smoked cigarettes. They couldn't smell the weed. My brother sat in my ear the whole night like, damn, I can't believe it. My own brother's a drug addict. You're high. How dare you come to a fan? And I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me, man. And like he went in on me so bad that night. He was shaking his head. He's like, man, kid, man, I can't, man, dog, you a drug addict. Now every time I see this dude, he be like, where the weed at? You know what I'm saying? Once I turned 21, he was like, yeah, man. Reach in the ashtray and grab that joint. Like, what the fuck you doing with this? Like, you that dude who was in my ear that night. MC Tone said he guarantees one of the movies is Pure Pimpin', right? The movies he got coming up. He said one of his hoes called him young man and he shot her twice. Damn.
In the movie.
In real life. This is MC Tone we talking about, man.
That's MC Tone you talking about.
So
pimping is as pimping does, baby.
Pimping been pimping since pimping been pimping.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Let your next move be your best move. It'd be all smooth. Remember Pimpin' Ken hit that shit and pimps up hoes down?
I knew nothing about pimping until I moved here to Milwaukee. I moved here in 99, 2000, back when, what was that, back that 99, 2000. So I
there you go.
Milwaukee.
That time.
You learned about the pimping in the 414?
Man, because I feel like what do they say? I was green before I moved here. I came from El Paso, so I didn't listen to hip hop. I didn't know about pimping. I didn't watch music videos, and I came here. They was listening to Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, Lights Out just came out. Niggas is pimping everywhere. Milwaukee it was like a rude awakening. It was a time to move here.
I can tell you didn't know about it because you kept saying pimping, I-N-G. It's pimping. You take the G off, it's pimping.
Yeah. But that's regional because that's the thing too for us in Baltimore. It's pimping.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's pimping. No, who pimping?
I met some pimps when I moved here, and they were so nice. Oh my gosh, they were so.
They're
so
nice guys, right? Yeah.
When I went to their mama house, and then one of the hoes, I suppose, he slapped her with a box man. I remember it. I was like 16, 17, hit her with a box man. Boom. I was like, oh. And we was
first of all, if you were 16 or 17, see, this is what put a black eye in the game. Because you ain't supposed to have no 16, 17-year-old. See, that's when they brought in the charges. That's why now it's trafficking. Ain't no more pimping. Because now they be like, oh, you trafficking, you got underage girls, you go to jail. And you should.
I wasn't his hoes. They were shooting a music video, and I was there.
You ain't had no business with your ass there, no 16,
Yeah, this is
17.
what happens when parents kick their teenage daughters out. You just be out here, you be kicking it, you be meeting people. This is why people need not to kick out their children to keep them in the goddamn house, you know?
Yeah.
Or the kids should be smart enough to say, I'm 16, I probably shouldn't be hanging with a pimp.
I didn't know they was pimps. I mean,
Okay, you didn't know about the pimping. All right, you did say that.
I know
You was
everybody
blind to the game.
cars. We shooting a video. I'm in the hood. And then, like I said, as the night went on,
You realize.
I saw
Once the box fan hit her, you was like, okay, I want to leave.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna go. Then I called somebody for a ride, and they came and picked me up, and I told them what was happening. But then they happened to have issues with the. Oh, that's woo 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 house. I'm like, yeah. So they probably went back and shot it up later that night. I don't know.
Oh, they pimping for real.
Yeah, they was like, I'm like, yeah,
Absolutely, baby. No, at one point, the pimps had become real. Like, remember, see, people don't forgot now. They don't forgot Snoop. Snoop now, family man. He all at the Olympics and all. Snoop was pimping. Remember, Snoop had the French manicure. He walked in the award show with the white women on the leash, walking in there. And they didn't forget about that. That's why I always laugh when I see Snoop on all these, mainstream platforms.
Yeah, NBC. Yeah.
Stewart, do things like that. Change your whole brand.
Yeah, you have to now, because now that shit's sex trafficking. Your ass, I'm a pimp though. You get your pimping ass in jail. That shit's sex trafficking.
Nah, man, Snoop was a crip and a pimp at the same time.
Was he?
Yeah, and no one said anything.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, he had it, but see, when he first came out, he was in his hardcore cripping phase.
Mm-hmm.
When his bodyguard shot and murdered the young man, that was real gang banging.
Was that 187 on the motherfucking cop?
No? Well, it was a 187 on the key.
That's pre chronic. Yeah, that's pre Dre and yeah.
So he went from the crip, and then he was the pimp. Then he was Rasta. Remember, Snoop was Jamaican for a couple years when he was Snoop Lion.
When all this was happening, right? You were
an
adult
Rastafari.
this whole time, right?
You said what? Was I there?
You were an adult this whole time, right?
I wasn't an adult. Technically, when his first album, I was still in high school. I was a senior in high school. Once again, there go Courtney, like you Barry Gordy and shit. And when the Temptations came out, I was there and shit.
That's the last time he cared about rap, though. Honestly, like that Doggy Style is one of the classics, but that's the last time he gave it down to me.
It's his best album by far, but the Snoop has made a lot of great songs over the years, and he's been on a lot of great songs and collaborative efforts. Mm-hmm. But you're right in that's his most complete body of work. I had a Snoop album a couple years ago, and it was actually pretty good. But that album was it was that era, though. It was that whole Chronic, that whole West Coast. Dre pioneered this situation where you used to listen to this muddy ass New York East Coast rap with the boom bap and these rough sounds and these rough samples. Dre makes this shit with clear musical instruments. You can hear every damn thing. Ain't no static in the background, nothing. So it just changed everything. And then of course the gangster shit. So yeah. Well, you're right though. I mean, I think first of all, I was never a No Limit fan, and everybody was hyped, but I thought the album he made on No Limit sucked. I'm still like the only black dude in the world when that one song come on, it don't get me hype. Just a lot of niggas, cause I'm down with my niggas.
You feel like that, Cam?
Nah, I be sitting there like, I hate this song. Everybody be like, what you talking about? It's like, this shit sucks. That song sucks, man. It's just
Dion. That Dion ain't called.
I'ma put his motherfucking name on the wall. If you fuck with me, it's a must you die. I'm like, come on, bro.
But you clearly know the words.
I've been in the club. You know how I've been out a lot, Courtney. I've been out. Of course, you know that simple ass. I know Hammer. You think I was bumping that shit back in the days? I just heard You Can't Touch This the other day, and I knew every word. Did I have the album? No. They play this shit over and over and over. So you know.
Like it? It was cool. You ain't got
man. I didn't like I told y'all Cash Money to me represented the worst era in hip hop. Cash Money was garbage to me.
Was it Cash Money or No Limit or both of them?
Both of them, back to back bumbles, but Cash Money's was worse. Because at least No Limit had Mystical, right?
Yeah, Mystical the home, yeah.
Cash Money was trash. Like all of that music so disposable, right?
I moved here, like I said, in 2000, and that is it's probably why I am the way I am now. We listen to Midnight, we listen all to this Yellow Vipers, Yellow Hummers, Yellow Benz, and all this Big Timers, and I probably shouldn't
Yeah.
even moved here during
I
that.
remember I was actually teaching school during that time. Yeah, kids was they was way dumbed down with these
That's
big ass 5X t-shirts on and shit, walk around. I'm like, y'all look stupid as shit. Like,
Yeah.
bruh, if you look back at them pictures now, they even be like, dude, why was I wearing? You looked absolutely ridiculous, dog.
The NBA players was dressed like too. You go look back at the NBA.
They look like idiots too.
That's
Yeah,
true.
come on, man. I looked at myself in the 80s as a young kid and I had a box. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I have that on my head? My kids just sat there and just laughed for like 20 minutes. Like,
That's
you
really Curtis Blow had one. That's
you
good.
had a box on you. I had the step too.
I would have stepped. My son just had a box not too long ago. He wanted one before he started his locks. He was like, I want a high top. So
my son used to wear one when he was little too. He did, Now he got the locks and shit, and his shit is he needed done. He up there in school suffering. He be on the picture looking like Ragamuffin. I'm like, boy, you look like Manchi Chi on this motherfucker. That's how me and my son greet each other every time. He said, "What up, ugly dude?" I'd be like, "Dude." Then we go back and forth about who's the ugliest for like 10 minutes. Like, no, you ugly. He was like, "No, man, you funny looking and you got gray hair, dude. You a funny looking old dude now." So this is how we show love. We show love to each other. Earl Henny said, "Did you see Big Bob, black and red?" Now, who is Big Bob? Who's Big Bob? Oh man, I don't know nothing about that. Big Bob. What is that about? You know what? It's okay. So we're almost down the stretch, the home inning stretch. And I'm starting to think about like, why are so many celebrity kids coming out as transgenders? Like I've seen so many celebrities now where the kids are from Dwayne Wade to Marlon Wayans. Now Tommy Davidson's coming out saying my son is transitioned into a woman.
Oh no.
Or like, and I'm like, what's up with the celebrity kids?
It's not just celebrity kids though, Kev. It's just regular people. Cause like I know a lot of people at work. This dude was telling me about his son, but he was like his daughter transitioned to the son. My best friend, he be talking about his brother. His sister just transitioned into this brother. So it's not just celebrities. It's just say the world, Kev. I mean, we get to see the celebrity kids do it because they're on the platform. But no, this motherfucker's all over it. There's plenty of chicks becoming guys. And then I know a lot of guys be getting mad because, man, she don't even be acting like a motherfucking man. They be wanting, if you going to turn into a man, be a man. I know my best friend be like, man, my brother be acting like a little bitch. You know, because, I mean, she was a female. But now she wants to be a man, but she's not acting manly enough for him. But it's the world. It's not just celebrity kids. It's a lot of people, Kev.
Okay, so you was just super loose
Sorry.
when you was talking like about because you was just talking about transitioning to gender like it was just like changing your socks or something like. He just became a girl. Like you don't just become a girl.
It takes a while.
Even Eddie Winslow, I see now he's fully come out and says, I'm calling him Eddie Winslow because that's what he played on TV. Darius, what's his name? McCrary.
Right?
He's with a fully converted transgender now. Like he's saying, well, he's no longer a man, he's a girl now because he had his parts taken off.
Well, real quick, let me just say real quick, funny story. As a young person, as a child, my mother dated a younger man whose brother had transitioned, and at the time I didn't know. So, my mother's ex-husband's brother was a woman, had transitioned to a woman, and apparently she had stayed in town with us in Baltimore. She lived in Atlanta, doing her thing, blah blah blah. Stayed, a weekend with us in Baltimore. I was the only person at home at the time. I don't know why, but I was the only person at home at the time. She had apparently needed to take a shower. I was the only person home at the time. There was no soap in the bathroom. I was the only person at home at the time. I'm going to keep saying it because I want you to make sure you understand what I'm getting at.
Right. I ain't laughing at you.
She needed some soap in the shower. So,
now, who else was there with you? I'm joking.
Jay, hey, I sold my shower. I said, okay, all right, well, all right. So I go to the closet, linen closet, grab some soap. True story. I thought about it because my mother had told me what the get down was, right? Because I didn't know it before my mother told me, what the situation was, right? I said, well, I'm the only nigga in here. I'm not, I can't, I don't want to go in there and see what's going on. I don't want to see that. So I took the soap and I threw it underneath the bathroom door as hard as I could, and I went back downstairs. Which is to say, from a comfort, like it's just not comfortable for a lot of people. Still, I get what Courtney's saying, but it's still just a little, right? And especially as a young, and then that was years ago. Now, I'm almost 35 years old, so a long time ago. But it's becoming a little bit more normalized now.
I'm so relieved. First of all, you are a hell of a storyteller. I'm like, where's this shit going?
In my mind, I thought he was going to go in the bathroom and see a penis.
Right, just what I'm saying. I was looking at Courtney. I was looking at Courtney like,
that's
get your man.
I giggled a little bit.
Get your man's, Courtney.
Like, damn, man, fam,
right, we all like, nigga.
That would have been not how I wanted to end the show. Like, people would have been calling me like, hey, man, who was dude who got touched, man? Like, do we got a cash app or something? I was, man. And not to make light of it to anybody who's been,
Sure, absolutely.
But the way you was setting the story up was kind of like, yo, because you like, I went and got the soap, and you was real detail oriented. Like, I went and got the soap, it was dial, right? I walked up the steps, and there was a door right to the side, but then you could see down the other hallway. So I was like, oh shit, what's finna happen? And what was gonna be my reaction if you'd have been like, yeah, well, like he made me touch it or something? I'd be like, oh no, no, Courtney, don't ask this dude to come back. No, I'm joking. Fucking with you.
Again, I appreciate Mom B for letting me know. As I mentioned, had I not known, I probably would have went in the shit, right? Went in the bathroom, but I knew, and I was very appreciative that I knew.
Yeah, and it should be. I mean, okay, so this is why I say
back to you. So niggas can't come back if they didn't have.
Well, I mean,
every time we on here, if your pants too tight, if your shoes too pointy on that Kirk Franklin, so anything niggas do, they can't come back.
Have you seen Kirk Franklin lately? Have you seen him with the Prince boots on, with the tight breeches, doing the James Brown? I seen him in the all white too. They said that's what Angela, what's her name, had on in What's Love Got to Do with it in the limo scene. He had the straight up woman's blazer on. Like what? I'm confused. I mean, no. Not like, okay, so I shouldn't have said that. You are correct in that I wouldn't have said you can't come back if you'd have just said, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck with y'all. And this is what it was. But I would have been a little taken aback because I'd have been like, Courtney, you should have told me first that dude was going to talk about that on here.
How would I know, Kev? Why would I know?
You say that them old Italian dudes say, you're making an ass out of me, all right? Right? Like, how I'm supposed to react and he done threw something out there like that. And Camarden already laughed. You're breaking my balls over here. It would have been crazy. No. What I said was, what my statement was more specifically pointed towards, if I have a homeboy whose girl is beating him up, it kind of changes things. Like if he's just like, man, she's beating me up, dog. Like she fired me, and I'm like, she fired you in your mouth, like. Yo, I'm not the homeboy to talk to about that.
You don't take nothing serious. You don't be caring about nothing.
No, I do.
Like when it comes to men and other men, Kev, you don't give a fuck. You don't really. I don't think you care about other men.
Well, not like that. No, there's no Diddy. No. I'm not like that. No, I don't. Listen. First of all, I'm a heterosexual male. How this is what we always ask gay people. How can you expect me to understand? Like, I think they just kind of underestimate the whole thing for us as hetero males. Like, they be like, why you acting like that? But you got to think about sometimes when you wake up in the morning with your woman and you cuddled up with her and say, hey, baby, how you doing? Good morning. Oh, she stretch out. Oh, you like, yeah. Imagine if that's a hairy ass dude. Like
But
I wake up in
I
the.
probably getting all shaved and they all woman like, so they
I'm
smooth.
cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
But my
man.
thing is,
man.
Kev, even getting beat as a man, it's like,
I mean, the reality is you ain't supposed to be getting beat up by your girl. As a man,
but
you're not supposed to
hard,
get your.
Kev. It's like your ass just be
Right,
treating them like they
right.
ain't shit. Some people aren't that big. Some men are small, Kev. Some
Well, I
men
tell-
are small.
I
Some
listen.
women are big.
Okay, so let me say this, Courtney. I understand what you're saying, and anybody can be a victim, right? I understand that, but I'm saying what I'd probably do is tell you to get some help immediately, because I wouldn't want you continuously calling me talking about like, man, what you doing, man? I'm sitting at the crib. What's up? And she just slapped me, dog. Like, dog, what the fuck, man? Really? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Leave, nigga. What the fuck you mean? She just slapped you. And you hear her in the background, like, who the fuck you on the phone with? I'd be like, oh shit.
Run, nigga.
Oh my God.
I'm here for you, bro. Especially if he, I need you to come get me. Like, what's that conversation like when he finally get in the car and I pull off? Like, dog, you all right? Oh man, I just don't understand. I'm gonna be like, I kind of start to see you a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not supposed to be in that situation. And then, unfortunately, there are a lot of men who are, right? And I did make light of it, and I think that's why my sister Samantha Collier was like, yo, you like, are you a fucking caveman? Like, what's wrong with you?
Felt like that. She was like, it ain't a joke. And you like, no, I'm serious. Like,
Right. I'm seriously joking. Right. That's how you say that when somebody say, you think this is, no, I'm serious, man. No, you ain't. No, I'm seriously joking. Because you can't seriously joke, right? Like to kind of cut the tension in the room sometimes. Like, oh, shit. I see we got ugly people in here tonight. And then the ugly people be like, oh, hell no. And everybody else laugh. Like, oh.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
got a good joke, though.
Say that again.
It's got to be a good joke.
It does have to be good.
It's got to
It
be
does.
a good joke. If it ain't no good joke, it's distasteful.
Right, right. It's like, man, why you do that? Right. And you got to have good timing. Like my cousin had immaculate timing, right? Like my cousin, if we walked in the room and it was like really tense or something, or anything could be going on, he would say like the most offshoot shit to a motherfucker. Like he'd look at somebody and be like, dog ugly. And then keep walking. And everybody would look at dude and be like, dog is ugly. And everybody started laughing. I just be like, dog, why you do that, man? It's just like his timing was so good with how he used to do it, though. You'd be like, man. Like, you know, like this, you know, teenage juvenile humor. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not making light of people getting abused. I'm not. And if you're in a relationship right now, whether you're male or female, and you getting physically assaulted, you need to leave. There's no other answer to it. Oh, we going to therapy. For what? Unless it's physical therapy. So you can heal the fuck up. Where I'm going to go? Somewhere where they ain't beating your ass at. I don't got no family. I don't got no friends. You better meet somebody. Go to the Sir Joyner Truth House because
Stop it.
No, I work in social services. There's places where you can get help. Like, no, man, go today.
To your people?
I mean, in so many words, it's like, no, get help. I certainly be like, the first thing you got to do is separate yourself from that situation. It's unhealthy. It's not good for you. You shouldn't be in that environment, especially if it's children involved, right? You know, I don't be like, oh man, your eye fucked up. I don't be like that. It's just like, oh, you need to go. Yeah, you probably need to go get that checked out. I mean, when people really need help, you know, I ain't gonna shit on them. I just never had no homie. I done had some homies with some crazy girls who might hit them.
Yeah.
Right. Like, man, this broad crazy motherfucker, she hit me upside my head. What you do? And I beat her motherfucking ass. You like, oh shit. Or you getting out of jail? Like, dude, you in jail for beating your girl? Man, this girl slapped me in my face, bro. Man, hell yeah, I went to jail. And that's not worth it either. That now it sounds like I'm advocating for domestic violence.
I'm definitely trying to figure it out because if niggas just get beat up,
I mean, it's right. It's called intimate partner violence, right? So it's gender neutral, baby. It's gender neutral.
It's a little bit worse if you the dude getting beat up.
I know, like perception for sure. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, the optics, as they say, the optics are bad on this situation.
You have brothers, Kev. Damn.
But that's different if her brothers jump you. I'm talking about her giving you a chumpy.
Brothers to teach her how to fight like that. That's
okay. Well, you should not date her. That's something you can see the signs of early on. You know, that's why no matter if you dating somebody, here's a trick people don't know. When you dating somebody, you can test to see certain behaviors, right? So everything's going good. Everything's going so great. Y'all dating this honeymoon period. Say no to the person. and see how they react. Or don't come. Like, I'm going to call you when I get off, and then don't call her. Don't call her for a couple days. Now, if you get in touch with her, she be like, oh my God, I was so worried. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was calling on your friends. You're like, okay, good. But she be like, whole ass nigga, you stood me up yesterday. The fuck? You be like, I'm not fucking with you.
Or if they push a bag of dog shit, you know what I mean, on your car, you know, door handle.
Red flag, right? Like red flag, right? Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You got it. It ain't gonna be no hate. So we ain't going. What? You literally put a bag of dog shit on my car. Where are we going ever again? Like it's just not, you know. And once again, I understand people get in situations where somebody may be in control of where they live, or because you know, Kamar, we talked about all like financial abuse and mental abuse and all this kind of stuff. And sometimes the person is dealing with trauma already. So they might be in the phase where they've kind of been living with that without healing it and getting to where they need to be. So they accept more. They say, well, this is my life. I mean, that's how you get women who be with 4 or 5 dudes and all 5 of them beat her up. You be like, how you keep getting dudes who beat you up all the time? She ignores that red flag because she's desensitized to it. So she'd be like, well, this is how it's supposed to be. Nah, baby girl, it ain't supposed to be like that. You know, you shouldn't be getting kicked. You should not be getting kicked. Like that's the most disrespectful shit in the world. You gonna kick me? Like, how is that? Like, so sisters, if you out there, brothers, if you out there in that situation, please get some help. And if you one of my homeboys, get some help. Don't call me. Because what you want me to do?
And when Kev says get help, he doesn't mean get therapy. He's saying to leave.
Well, you got to get some therapy too. Because, you know.
After you leave.
Right.
Yeah. Don't get caught online doing therapy by him or her. You probably get your ass whooped during a session. Like, you got to get away and be like, no, I'm, you know, I don't want to accept this. I know it's hard, man. I know it's hard because that domestic violence is very serious. It's a very serious problem.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Now, how long you been married?
23 years.
So let's say tomorrow y'all get into it and she busts you in your mouth.
Nope, not gonna happen. Nope. You know what? Nope.
Kev, are you leaving? Are you gonna work it out? Are you just leaving?
Nope, not gonna happen.
What you mean not gonna happen if it's just pow? You can't stop
not going to happen. You know why? Because the individual that I'm married to doesn't do that, and she never has, and that's why I married her.
All right.
Because, and believe me, I done pissed her off before. Like it's me we talking about here, right? Like, I don't know nobody who ain't that I really know that I ain't pissed off. Everybody who knows, like, man, one time this motherfucker pissed me off so bad. It's just who I am. So if she was gonna hit me, she'd have been hit me. You know, she ain't. You know, she already know. She could do it now because I hurt my back. But you know, back in the day, you know, I'm a thumper. I was a thumper. No diddy. This is what I was known for.
So
no, if she'd have hit me,
yeah.
Anybody can get it if they hit me. I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. We're not gonna even start playing that game. But also, there are red flags to let me know that may be a possibility before we even get serious. I'm watching. Now remember, my gift is the one of discernment. So I can see it already. Just a little reaction. I wanted this. Well, now we gonna get that. What the fuck you mean? Oh shit. Spider sense is tingling. I'm finna drop this. I done literally dropped girls off in the middle of a date because of that. Like you too much with this gangster. I don't need you with that. Because I know me, and we gonna get to tearing up furniture and shit. I'm gonna be in jail, trying to call people to get. No. We don't do that. And my wife wouldn't do it. It's cool to play that game though, because people be like, what if one morning? That'll be like me saying, if you say that to her, she'll be like, it ain't gonna be no morning where he just slapped me. She ain't no punk either. She'll be like, no, the hell you didn't just slap me. I'm up, nigga. I will see you. And my kid's grown now. That's all I needed. Fuck you. Do your Outlaw radio show. I'm out of this motherfucker. But no, but if she did, I would need some help. So if I call Kamar, like, Kamar, what you doing? I'm at the Sherman Phoenix at the House of Vitality, which y'all can visit Tuesday through Saturday, Kamar.
Yeah. Tuesday
all right.
through Saturday, 11 to 7.
So that's
Also,
where
that's
Kamar.
how it would be you on the phone trembling. Kamar,
Yeah, Kamar, what you doing, man? Like, hey, what's up, Kevin? I need you to come get me, dog. What's
I'm
wrong?
gonna come get you, kid.
There we go. That's
I'm gonna come
love.
get you.
I
You know
appreciate
why?
it.
You know why? I don't want you to crash out. I don't want you to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Be a good friend, baby.
I don't want
Be
you
a
to
good
lose
friend.
your cool to the point
Yeah.
where something may happen. You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? So I'm gonna come get you.
Okay. And I probably, would go to the homie, but I'm saying if I get in your car and I'm Kamar, she slapped me this morning. And,
First
I
of
mean,
all,
ain't you
stop
driving
crying.
thinking like you've been over here all day getting your ass whipped by
Hey,
this girl?
first of all, pull yourself together.
There you go.
Pull yourself together.
Come on, man.
We ain't
Stop
gonna be
crying and
talking
shit,
like
dog.
this, man. We can't talk like this.
You don't understand, Kamar.
Man, listen, I made my kids stop crying before we could talk. You know what
Stop
I'm saying?
it. Stop it. Yes.
So
Stop
you're a
crying
grown
and
man.
shit.
Stop that shit.
But daddy, dude, stop. Okay. So no, and it's a masculine thing. I don't, and I know sisters be the same way though. Like if you, two girlfriends, one I'm getting a car, girl, this motherfucker at me, the other girl be like, what? Oh, you gotta leave this motherfucker, girl. Oh no, you here go my knife. Like, you want me to get my cousin them? Like, it's you should be outraged, man. Nobody should have to go through that. But no, I couldn't. Kamar, what would you do if your girl woke up one morning, y'all got into it, and all of a sudden, pow, she went
I'm
to.
leaving.
Well, and Tyson look kind of strong too. Kamar Tyson,
Yeah,
like
she can punch. I'm leaving.
There you go. Right, I'll be
I'm
back
leaving.
later
I
to
don't
get
want
my
no
shit.
trouble, man. I got, you know what I mean? I got too much at stake with the rest of my life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't want no trouble. I ain't even finna do nothing to make her want to hit me.
Yeah, man. It's complicated, man. I don't
back
wish that on nobody. I don't wish that on nobody. Real talk. I really don't. And we joke about a lot of shit on here because you have to laugh to keep from crying. So if you hear me make a joke about something, don't think like, man, he's called. He said he ain't got no mercy on hoes. Can't come back if he had went in the bathroom with the soap and all. I mean, it makes it look like I'm really a bad guy, and I am partially, but I'm not that bad. Like, I'm still salvageable, right? Like, God is still working on me, right? I have the potential to be a real person one day.
and you life coaching people out here.
Yeah, but you know what I tell people when they're in a session with me, the first thing I tell that person is you have to accept your reality. Like, you can't phase anything out. You got to accept it because we're talking about trying to get somewhere. So there's a starting point. So when I say, what's your life like right now? Tell me about what you got. I don't want to know about your childhood. That ain't what we do as life coaches. We don't want to know how you tell me about your mom. And now if you want to share that, it has its time and place. But mostly you're going to say, what is life like for you right now? Well, I live with my wife and my 2 kids, and they'll tell you then you'll say, okay. Then you try to pick out what's one of the barriers one of the biggest barriers that they face. And then you ask them, what would the perfect life look like? So if you could clean up all of the bullshit in your life, next 6 months in a perfect world, next year, what would your life look like then? You have to set those goals. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have to figure out a pathway to get to them. It's just, I usually get paid to do this, so it's kind of hard for me. I'm sorry. But it's but no, it's serious though. It's serious. I joke about the shit. A lot of times you hear me talking shit at night because I be so serious all day. Like the shit I do, I work with people, so shit be serious all the time. Like people be coming in there like, man, I'm bleeding out my butt every day. Like, it's like, no, it don't get that bad. But I'm just saying, it be serious shit. Like people be needing help. Man.
God damn,
Right, come on.
Where the fuck you work?
Shit.
Right.
Okay, listen. I just, sometimes it's hard to articulate certain things. Let me see. He said, this is Paris. He said, why you hate No Limit so much, Kev? I grew up on No Limit and got to meet Percy Miller, aka Master P, last year. First of all, what Master P did with No Limit was genius. I mean, that anytime a black person can check a buck, I'm extremely happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
But the side effect often is, okay, what was your product, right? And the hip hop that I had become accustomed to listening to up to that point was of a way higher caliber and quality than the stuff No Limit was putting out. I'm talking about sonically. I mean, I came up on Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One and Chuck D and Ice Cube, and those are the rappers that was Slick Rick and the real dudes who really changed the game and made the shit official. That's what I was raised on. So for me to get to the point where it's like with Silk saying, sometimes I be in places I don't even be there when I be there, and I don't know how I got there. And I'm like, what? So y'all gonna act like he didn't just say that garbage ass line? Like it was.
Hey, Master P did a master class on nepotism because people forget Silk is his nephew, right? Or brother, right?
And he has a couple platinum albums,
right? That's a master class on nepotism.
Most of the music just wasn't good to me. I had a partner from Atlanta, Georgia, who I went to school with. Well, he's from Milledgeville, Georgia. You couldn't tell him shit. Every day, anytime any No Limit release, Cav, you got to, first of all, you call me Kevin, right? You say it's Kevin, but my bad, Cav. So, anytime No Limit come out, he go, come to the mall with me to get this Cash Money. I mean, No Limit got some new shit. I'm like, okay. And we be riding back to the dorm or wherever we lived at. We smoking a little bit, and he's like into the shit, like, and I'm sitting there like, this shit garbage. What the fuck, man? Now, Ghetto Dope, his album Ghetto Dope was okay. Yeah. It was okay. But a lot of that shit.
Ice Cream Man wasn't bad. I
hated Ice Cream Man because he stole it from the Loonies.
Yeah, I hate it.
I was like, dude, how you gonna just steal somebody's whole shit?
Yeah.
He was even in the video in the ice cream truck on the Dayton's like they had in their video. And their song was way better. The Ice Cream Man by the Loonies was way better. That shit, it's the Ice Cream Man. I'm like, this shit's garbage. But I digress. Who said that earlier? I digress. No, I and it ain't hate like I hate them. I just dislike their music. Like Cash Money, I think it may have been I was just grown. So it was just like that shit sounded very just bling bling. Every time I rap, bling bling bling.
I can imagine me right now and that coming out, I would probably be like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, me being in 6th grade.
Because we say that now about the shit that come out now. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but a lot of this shit is truly garbage. And in 10 years, these kids gonna be like, I really used to like this shit is horrible.
It
like,
might still be a classic to them though, because that shit is classics to us.
Depends on your ear. Right?
So I mean, it's the old school classics, and it's classics from our era. So I mean, this shit may be some classics to them. Maybe.
It will be to them, but this is a whole emo generation. First of all, these kids are way too emotional, right? I'm listening to Rod Wave. My son loves Rod Wave, right? And I'm listening to this dude. He be damn near in tears after every song, man. He's you broke my heart, I overdosed, my mama died. And like, damn, nigga, do you ever have a good day?
Yeah, that's the saddest motherfucker alive.
But people in our generation like him, probably not y'all generation, but people in their 30s, they be listening to Rod Wave. People in the 30s listen to the shit that the teenagers listen to.
Yeah, except for me.
I don't like the whole little Boosie era.
There are plenty people in their 30s that listen to that same shit as the teenagers. Plenty of them. Red and Rod Wave and all that weird shit. So it's like
I like Sexy Red's personality, but I think her music is trash. Yeah. I'm cheering for her, period, because she seems like she's a sister from, like she looked like she's from Milwaukee. Honestly,
she ran away. Yeah, she's from around the way.
I've heard that some white people got her kind of propped up in a position. I hope we don't find out she went to private school and she was a ballerina and all this shit, and then she just put on a fraud. But she seems to be the real deal in terms of coming from these communities that we live in. So her music, though, for me, it's just not. I'm sorry, I'm not.
You ain't her target audience either, though.
Exactly, she ain't making that shit for my old ass, right?
Because when I went to that SZA concert. And they played that Sexy Red, all the white kids, all the black kids, all of them. They was, ooh, baby. They was with that. They like that.
Let me just say really quick. I don't care if SZA ever make another song in her life, but I can get for some SZA.
I happen to like SZA as well.
I thought about you say when I was listening to SZA on the way home, and I was like, I enjoy. DJ Khaled said on the song, "This is what an angel sounds like," and then I thought about you. How you don't care for her, and I was like, but she does sound like
no. I like SZA. I can't.
Tavon don't care for SZA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the
I like
first one.
And she said, "Yeah."
No, I don't. You know what?
Told
Sometimes
on.
I can't understand shit she's saying. Right? But it's like she has some. There's some songs where I'll say that's a dope song. Some of that shit I'll be like, no, skip. But she, you know, I like SZA though. I think she's talented. I don't. Because she don't use too much. All these singers now use way too much goddamn auto tune. Can you really sing? Stop. Turn the goddamn auto tune off. Like, what the fuck is you doing? So, you know, no, I mean, music, like you said, it's sometimes my understanding is that's not for me. Like some of the music I hear on the radio, I know I'm not the target audience for that, and it's cool. Because I don't want to hear the shit anyway. So it's like, you see, I people love her, but she sounds too masculine for me. I can't.
Yeah, I tried. I tried a new album. I played it. You know, I gave it a shot. It ain't for me.
Damn, you gave it a shot.
In fact, I was wanting to hear the joints they play on the radio, and I was like, well, goddamn, where the shit that come on the radio? I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I've never. There's no possible scenario where I ever purchased her album. I'm not really into the girls who talk like dudes thing. Like I'm not into the stud girl. Like, hey bro, what up, cuz? Like, whoa, shit. Listen,
don't talk to me like that.
Too hard.
Right, tomorrow.
Don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me. Red flag, man.
Oh my gosh, Kumar.
That's the girl who would hit you in the morning at breakfast. Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
You left these dishes in the sink. Like, yeah, I was, ow, like,
what the fuck?
I'm washing the dishes and sitting holding my face. Like, I'm leaving this motherfucker right here.
I gotta go.
Let me call tomorrow.
Kumar over here, I gotta go.
Where you at?
I gotta get out of here.
I have to go.
Oh
as soon as I rinse this last saucer off, I'm leaving this, man.
Right. You ain't hit me no more. I'm gonna rinse this last one off.
No. Listen, no. The whole Glorilla thing, like cadence is important. Lyrics are important to me. Like I like the beats too, but I just can't get with her. Just ain't got no nigga, and the nigga ain't got me, and all that. Like,
do you know she stole that?
I did not know that.
That whole beginning of that verse, she stole that. I want to say from not Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, I think.
Interesting.
It's a song. Ticey know it. She played it for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it from her, and I'm gonna send y'all that. I'm gonna put it in the group.
Okay. I mean, Jay-Z is the man.
I would trick like a motherfucker, shit. Man. Like she word for word, dog. That whole first line, something. I ain't got a nigga, and a nigga ain't got me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
the old lady.
Yeah, I think it was I want to say who did I just say? Aretha.
You said Aretha Franklin. Now I was like, whoa, she took some Aretha shit.
It was a real old song, and she was talking about going to the club. So I'm finna get it in tonight. Mm-hmm. You know how we talk about them old singers and shit.
Might be Betty Wright. Sound like that would be Betty Wright.
Maybe.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe. I forgot who it was, but like I said, I'll get the link for you.
It's all good. I mean, I'm moving forward, man, because I be on the pod. I'm in the podverse. I'm at the point now in my life where I actually am online more than I watch TV. I watch more YouTube than I watch regular television, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm familiar with people now. So now with all the girls, I'm starting to know, okay, I know who Glorilla is. I know who Saweetie is. I know who Lotto is. I'm starting to know, because before I'm like, who are these people, right? And so now on the internet, because on YouTube is always something going. So I'm listening to their music now to see, okay, who can really rap, right? The girl Lotto is cool for me. I think she can spit, but I think her topic matter has to grow. I mean, these are young people, so you expect them to.
Right, yeah, we forget. Yeah, I mean they younger.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest nigga on here right now, so they younger than me even, right?
Right.
Yeah, man. So that's.
Hey, now Courtney, I thought y'all was the same age.
I am actually older than him. I am about 4 years older than him.
Oh shit, you pushing 40?
Get up off me.
And you be at me like that, and you on the threshold? You about to be a MILF? Oh shit. She be acting like she 27. Like, Cam, your ass old. Like, oh, really? Like, no wonder she be like, Sam Cooke was a bad motherfucker. She old too and shit. Like, I didn't know that. Okay, school. Okay, school.
Yeah, I might be 33, so I'm a little younger than she is. Yeah.
Damn. Now, Courtney, when you hitting that 40?
Nobody with no dams. Don't be.
I'm just saying when you hitting the 40 though. When you hitting the 40, how much time you got left?
I got 4 years.
Damn.
Now he said he was 35. Now I ain't no mathematical.
I'm nearly 30. I'm nearly 35. Nearly.
Okay, so what round ballpark figure? You 34?
No.
Wait,
35, 34.
Right, 34. Let's just say, okay, so say
I'll be 33 in a couple months.
So if you're 33 and she's 4 years older than you, that's still 37. And anything over 5, you round up. Yeah. So you closer to 40 than you are to 30.
You're knocking on 40. Knocking on 40. Yes,
man.
Like y'all holler at me in 2 years, then I'm knocking on 40.
Stairway to heaven. There you go. You're gonna be listening to all that old shit in a couple years. Like, turn that sexy red off and play some OJs.
Look, matter of fact, messing with him, we be listening to jazz all day. So I'm making my way.
You're gonna be
work listening to jazz every day. I'm making my way into my 40s smoothly.
Yeah, get your crochet needle. While he playing jazz, you be sitting there making some socks, some booties or something. And yeah, come on into this old people club, Courtney. You can run, but you can't hide. Father Time is undefeated. Yes, ma'am.
It is undefeated. That's why I asked, did y'all get older or did y'all just grow and stay young? And it's like a lot of times I feel, it's like I know I've gotten wiser and I've grown and I've learned, but a lot of times I still feel super young and, just feel like my body just got old. You still feel, but at the same time, you've grown as a person. You've grown with your wisdom. You've grown throughout life, but sometimes you still feel that youngness. I don't know about you, Kev. You kind of old, but my youngness.
Kamar and I are the same age. Kamar, are you older than me?
I mean, Kamar be moving to you don't even.
I'm 49.
Yeah.
So Kamar's older than me.
Older. You don't go nowhere. Kamar go places.
That's because I've been everywhere.
You be in the house, so you super old.
I should be in the house. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. If people was to come up to you now, well, let's just say it's two people who know me very well, and they see each other. You say, "Yeah, man, I was at the bar and I seen the nigga Kev." The other person gonna say, "Kev still in the bar? Dude need to sit his ass down somewhere." I was doing this shit when I was 16 years old. We was going in bars, going in clubs, going to parties, we gonna go here, go kick it with the homies out of town. I did this shit for 25 years straight. Once I became a father and my kids really start to get older, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a father. I don't need to do all that. And so I've just gotten good at it.
Kicking it, Kev.
Yeah, the party got to end.
Sherman, Phoenix, going to events in the community. You don't be doing nothing. You be like, Kev, pull up. We was all supposed to go to the gun range, Kev.
Well, I went.
We was a unit, Kev.
I've been a couple times.
Like every time we trip, you at home. You like, I ain't coming. I ain't going. I ain't doing nothing. I'm staying in the house.
Here's the funniest part. We do the show 2 times a week. There's 5 other days in the week. Do you really think I'm sitting in the basement them 5 other days?
I do. I think you be in the crib.
You shouldn't think that way, because one thing about me is I'm not telling nobody where I'm going because I don't want them to come break in my goddamn house. I know a lot of these people steal because I used to steal with them. So I don't tell you where. We be out of town sometimes. I ain't no show. I'm probably in Minnesota watching one of my son's games or something. Like I move how I move. Because I learned you don't need to make no announcement. That's why you don't see me on social media showing what I'm eating, showing if I'm in a hotel, sweet life, and none of that shit. Because real thieves will be like, "Oh, he out of town? Let's go by Kev out."
I usually post my videos and shit when I get back.
There you go.
Or when I'm on my way back or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I learned a long time ago, man, that it ain't what you do, is how you do it. And so I don't have a very large circle anymore, but I used to. I used to run with a bunch of cats. Kamar used to run with a bunch of cats. Bunch of cats I was with used to run into Kamar and the bunch of cats he was with, and we all be in the same place. Just kicking it. Just on that kind of shit. That's how you can describe the fun. That's how people end up at the end of the night.
Hey, I didn't know that's what we was doing.
If you think about it now, though, what was we doing? Like,
but you know, you think about it, you know what I mean? The drunk shit, like, and the blur that everything was, it was like, it's over with, you know?
You wake up the next morning like, damn, what happened last night? And all you can remember is, like, what the fuck?
Or you see the movie where like they go out, they take one drink, and then they fast forward the movie real fast, and they be moving fast throughout the night, motherfucker dancing with a horse or some shit and all kind of wild ass shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
With a tiger on the Hangover, like
that's what I'm saying, man. I grew up in the 90s, man. I'm telling y'all, I seen a lot of shit that I probably shouldn't have seen early on because of who I was hanging with, and like I kicked it with a lot of my partners had real money because they was, in the game. It's a whole different level of kicking it when you kicking it with them kind of dudes. It ain't no say, baby, hey, what's your name? Give me your phone number. Or not. It's nah, dog. I got a spot and it's like 9 hoes there right now and they down for whatever and let's go. And you go in the house and you don't know what you might see. Shit, I'm finna go use the bathroom door locked. You're like, damn, man, who in there? Might come out. Maybe with one girl, maybe with 2 girls. This motherfucker was in the bathroom. You don't know. I'm just saying it was debauchery, and we was just fully participating in it. And I know right now I don't even have no desire to do that no more. I don't want to be around no large crowd. I don't want to be at no bar with a bunch, especially if you still in the bar and I was in there 25. So we so old that even if I was to go back a long time, I was old, right? That's when you say, damn, 20 years ago, I was already over 20. So if I go see in the bar now and I see the same person that was there 20 years ago when I was there, it's like, I'm not going out no more. And don't let me walk in the bar and I get tapped on my shoulder. How you doing? Hey, you used to be my teacher. Oh, right. Shit.
That's what I was gonna say. The problem now is going out. You know what I mean? You see your homie kids and shit. Like, man, I can't be kicking it with them, man.
Like, that's cuz daughter. Hey, how you doing, Unc?
I remember when they was a baby. You know what I mean? I'm out of here.
But it's an art show tomorrow. Kamar, you might want to take Ticey. You know what I'm saying? It's this art show I was going to. I went to the Pancakes and Booze art show in Atlanta. I went to the one in Chicago. And this is the first one they have in here in Milwaukee. So it'll be down at the Pilot Project. So that's somewhere near the jail in MATC. But it's tomorrow from 7 to 11. You get your tickets on Eventbrite. But yeah, man, I think it'll be dope. I think it'll be something y'all like. There's a lot of local artists that they round up. They have their art. You can purchase it right there. So I'm excited just because it's the first one in Milwaukee. So I think that's something that y'all might dig too. Kev, I know you.
No, we ain't gonna do that shit. No, we ain't gonna do that shit. But you know what? I am excited because this weekend I'm either gonna go to the Korean barbecue joint or I'm going to the Olive Garden.
Which Korean barbecue? That'd be my spot on Sundays now.
Yeah, that's some. I was up in there. We had a great time. I was doing squid and octopus, all kinds of stuff. It was dope. It was dope.
I liked it though. Yes.
But also, my wife and I happen to enjoy Olive Garden. So, we doing empty nester shit now. That shit ain't Fast and Furious. Like, let's go to the club downtown. Is it still Club 618? I'm about to say an old ass club and shit.
I think it's called something else now.
You old when the bars you used to hang out at is closed now. Like you drive past, like, damn, that's a pharmacy now.
Right, that's a school, nigga.
Right.
And turn that shit into a church. Oh my god. Like, it's cool, man. It's very the slow way, the square way for me is the best way. But like I said, I don't want anybody to think I don't make. I go and wherever I want and I do whatever I want to do. So I don't. You might not see it, but that don't mean it ain't happening, right? Like I don't live my life through social media. This is really my only. Because if you look at my page, it's almost all my shows, except for an occasional post of one of my kids doing something, like my son's first college catch, or my daughter she was in the she's a Zeta, so she was at the boule dancing, and so I put that up there because I'm like, dang, look at baby girl, she done really grew and got her degree and graduated from college. She out here doing it, but there ain't no food, ain't no all that old monkey shit. I don't be doing that shit.
Yeah, your page is definitely very
It's Outlaw Radio. Yeah, that's what it's for. You don't need to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, that is very true. Yeah.
But me and Rail when Rail was RCing, when I would drive one of my RC cars, like if I had one really fast when I was doing like 70 miles per hour, Rail would video that, and I think I put a couple of them videos up. So, and even then, it's like Kamar said, I didn't put it up until I got back home.
Right? I put up on Rail the other day. We was talking about the wine and stuff he was making. I needed him to do something for me, talk to his chick, but he needs a new computer. He has bad service over there. His computer is tripping. That's why he don't log on for the shows. And sometimes if he do log on, he can't stay for the whole show. He needs a new computer. You know, we have a horrible signal over. I mean, we're all on the northwest side, but she must be on the good side of the northwest side, huh, Kev?
I just happen to have I got really good equipment, so my shit works.
All right.
Yeah, I have a lot of money invested in my setup, so this ain't no walkie-talkie and shit. Like I ain't using my phone and shit to shoot the show. I really put some thought into my setup. But we already know Rail shit is horrible. It's been like that since he first came and shit. It freeze up. I'm gonna be like, I think Rail froze, y'all.
As soon as you get in a good conversation.
Right. When he gets to hitting them verbs and shit, hey, it's a biological reason behind all why the chlorophylactic intergalactic.
Yeah, I thought Rail was gonna be on tonight.
He was with us Monday. Well, once again, Monday was dope. We had Brother Healer Hood, Ajamu Butler, and then, like I said, the brother Vaughn Mays called in. And I don't think he really even spoke, and I don't know this to be a fact, but I'm gonna say it. I don't think he spoke to any other platforms prior to his sentence, because the sentencing was supposed to have been today. And so he was on the show. It was dope, man. It was a conversation. And I think the greatest part about it is we talked about evolving as men. Like, ironically, it's similar to this topic in saying when we first met, all of us, Brother Healer Hood, myself, and Vaughn, when we first encountered each other 10 years ago, right? 8 years ago. We were all at different stages in our life. And we was still young firebrands. Hell, I think I was still in my 30s. So it was like, and we had a little beef back and forth, but it was all simple shit. But now as older, more mature men, we all like, look, man, hey, man, if anything happens to you, I feel bad for you. I don't wish nothing on anybody like that. To be incarcerated, especially in the feds, you don't wish that on nobody. And like I said, I think the brother's done enough work in the community to kind of show that he's evolved and he's been steady, consistent at it. And that should be taken into account. So I was asking if anybody knew about what the results of his court date was, but it was a dope show. And Rail was here for it. And he froze up a couple times and he had to leave a couple times. I think he missed the last 15 minutes because, he had to eject. But, it's like that. I always tell people, if you're going to do a podcast, invest in your setup, because you need good equipment or you're going to look and sound bad. And so you'll be telling people to watch the show and they'll be watching it like, I watched that shit. I couldn't hear shit you said. Because your shit was going in and out, or your camera was super fuzzy, or like, have some pride about yourself. It's like brush your teeth before you leave the house, iron your clothes, wash your ass, wipe your feet, stuff like that. That's how I approach the setups for podcasting. Like, be accountable, right? So, and I'm still working on mine because I got to get a better camera. And all this kind of shit coming up, and I'm about to change my whole studio around again. So it's a work in progress. I used to always say it's a labor of love, but it's damn sure a labor.
Where are hoodies
at?
Where are hoodies at?
Well, I mean, to get a hoodie, what you have to do is, inbox me, and there has to be.
You told us we was gonna have some soon, so now we got to inbox you.
Kamar got about 5 hoodies. Kamar got about 5 Outlaw Radio hoodies.
Where is mine?
Kamar, how many of them you pay for?
2.
2? Okay. 2 or 3?
Something
1?
like that.
Something okay.
I got 2 hoodies.
Okay. And I know at one point I gave you one.
Yeah.
Because I gave everybody who was on the panel at that time one.
Yeah.
And, but that's when we was all in person.
Panel, like?
Yeah, I know. I ain't gave nothing away in a long time. Now you got
a new panel now.
Well, see, now they have to be paid for it because my wife make them. She wasn't making them then. Now she make them. So
Are you gonna pay for them, Kev, for your team? This is your crew.
It's something we'll have to talk about off the air. I don't,
Oh, I tell you.
Right, we have to negotiate that. Let's see what we can come up with.
My God,
I got a lot of overhead over here. Like, and they done raised the price of StreamYard and shit. I'm like, this shit done went up. Like, I need to sell a sponsorship or something around this motherfucker.
It's mad, baby.
Yeah, it's cool though. I don't trip, man. That's one of the great things about this show. I do it because I love to do it, not because I'm trying to make money off of it. So when some money do fall through, it's like, oh, okay, beer. But other than that, I don't really be tripping. So we're gonna get out of here. We way over time. My brother, I want to thank you for coming on. I was a little worried. I'm like, Juice Lady, bringing her boo. I don't know if y'all what they call it, a work husband, work wife, and she, they didn't know what it was gonna be like, right? So I think you did a great job, though.
I appreciate you.
And there's a lot more conversations. I think you'd be probably just to hear your input would be interesting. So right now I'm gonna tentatively say you welcome back. Yeah. Courtney send a message to the group in 2 days, like, fuck dude, I don't like him no more. Don't bring him back. I'm like, it's your friend. What are you talking about? So, Kamar, what you got coming up this weekend, man?
All right, tomorrow evening, rather, after the Sherman Phoenix closes, well, actually, while it's still on, I'll be at the House of Vitality all day tomorrow. But then the Chamber of Commerce is doing a third Thursday pitch contest at the Sherman Phoenix tomorrow. So the House of Vitality is going to stay open until the end of the pitch contest. I get the honor of being able to stay open for this thing. You know what I mean? They definitely, that check up there, that helped pay for some of that thing up there, that House of Vitality joint. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's an honor to be able to open up and be open while they do their pitch contest right there with my story. You know what I'm saying? So that's tomorrow. And then Friday, I'll be with Twisted Plants. Twisted Plants, the vegan restaurant. They're opening a third restaurant in West Dallas. So I'll be out there selling teas, passing out samples, you know what I'm saying, letting them know what to come buy. When they come to Twisted Plants, come get this vitality.
That's right.
So, yeah, I'm going to be doing that Friday. And then Saturday, I ain't done. I'll be at the Fondy Farmers Market Saturday morning, and then we're going to round it out at the House of Vitality Saturday night.
That's what's up, man. Sounds like
stay busy, man. Keep your feet moving.
Sounds like an exciting weekend. Courtney, what you got popping this weekend?
I mean, I haven't been doing much with the businesses, not with Alkies or the Village. I've been having board meetings and things like that, but I've been more focused on regular work and school and family, make sure I keep my grades up. So I have nothing coming up, but don't forget about that art show tomorrow night. But now that I know it's the third Thursday, I forgot about that with the Chamber of Commerce. Make sure you check that out. If you are there by 5 o'clock, the first 5 people get to sign up to pitch their business.
That money is real.
Man, at the end of the year, you get to pitch against maybe 10 other people for $10,000, $7,000, $3,000. So if you are
really hit that account, y'all.
That
really hit that account.
The back. So y'all probably be the third Thursday if you are trying to get money for your business. Yes, and pitch.
Okay, my brother. Now I don't know, you on the South Side, so I don't know if it's like Festa Mexicana or what. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like what's going on the South Side this weekend. Like, is it another art show over there? Like, a low rider show?
That's a great question. I got to do some research. My life right now is work and school and work again, and dad life. So I forgot about that. But I got to do some research. Figure out what's going on.
Okay, now you said you go to Marquette, right?
I went to Marquette for my master's. I'm currently doing a certificate program. I got an internship through UWM.
There you go. That's what's up. And you said you got the baby. I heard you say dad life, right?
Yeah. I got a 2.5-year-old.
Oh wow,
super cool. Gives me gray hair.
Oh yeah, you just got started,
man. Now, is this your only child? Is your first, or you?
First and only. I'm done. Solamente una, no más.
And you really stay on the South Side. You really do. You pop that shit. Like, it's like really. Because on the south side, the signs be in Spanish and shit. And you be like, when this shit switch and shit. Like,
Yeah,
lucky I know cerveza mean beer and shit. I'd be like, okay, liquor store shit.
Right.
L-O English yo? No. I'm a fucked up person. I'm sorry. Hey, well, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like I said, I'm on some old people shit. My son actually, he's going to be playing in Missouri at a school in Missouri this weekend. Okay. He's a freshman, and I think he said he's number 2 on the depth chart at wide receiver. Yeah. So he's they ain't throwing him the ball enough yet, like I want them to do. Like, I don't know why. I'm like, I went to his game, and I'm like, and he did. He had his first college catch, 23-yard catch, and he's like, Dad, all you got to do is throw me the ball. And my son is very, very fast, right? He's not real big, but he's very, very fast. And he's stronger than he looks. He's been playing football since he was 6. So he's going to Missouri, and I keep telling him, Kev, this is a process. So I got to watch every game. And unfortunately, I even got to watch when they ain't got him in the game and shit. Yeah. He's sitting there like, I ain't come to see other people, kids and shit. Fuck them kids. Kids out there. So, no. But I'm just with him every step of the way. Say that again, brother.
Said, he gonna want to talk to you about the game still.
Yeah,
the game in it.
Come on, you know it, Kamar. So he got film clips when we was in this formation called rifle, right? And I had a sniper call on the, and I'm okay, Kev. So what was you supposed to do? We had a post and a drag route, right? And I ran the drag. The corner was playing. He was playing deep because they was in cover 3. Now I was a football coach, so I understand what he's saying. But that's how he be. Like he will hit me like that. So, and my I don't want to leave my daughter out. She lives in Minneapolis. She's doing her thing.
How her apartment going? She got her first little crib. How's it going?
She got her crib. She got her whip. She doing her thing, man. She's like a black Mary Tyler Moore and shit in Minneapolis. Like, she's really over there popping and shit. Like, I can't believe it, man. I just can't believe that this was my baby girl, man. I used to call her Big Braid. She had the barrettes and the big braids in her head, and now I'm a Zeta, and I work for the state and show. My bad. We was staying at her apartment to go see my son. She was hey, that don't go there and shit. Like, why you touching that? I was like, hold the fuck on. I'm still daddy, right? I fucked her internet up trying to charge my phone and shit. She like, don't be messing with stuff. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Who's she talking to? But it's cool. It's all love. Look, man. I hope you heard something on the show tonight that intrigued you. I hope you were entertained. I hope you were informed, but most of all, I hope you are empowered by some of the information that we passed along. Sometimes you just got to read in between the lines, and I joke around a lot. I mean, I call myself the world-class smartass for a reason. I talk a lot of shit. It's always what I've done, but a lot of stuff that we talk about on the show is real serious, right? So, but I can't come on and do 3 hours of somber, sad ass shit like, come on, the kid's dying, and it's gonna fall into the ocean. You got to sprinkle it with some shit, man. But I think what Kamar always says in the beginning of the show, normally if he's here on time, is that where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Anytime you watch this show, any individual I have on here is not just a person who does lip service. It's not just a person who talks about a lot of shit but don't really do shit, right? Because Courtney says, well, you don't do anything, but I'm a professional people helper, right? No. It's not nothing bad. It's not nothing bad. I'm saying I don't talk a lot of shit and don't do nothing. Kamar, we get on here, we talk shit, but Kamar's in the community every day working with the people. You do the same thing. My brother here does the same thing. So I'm saying that to say it's better to be a person who does something than it is to be a person who's always talking about something, right? Because what you don't ever want to become is a person whose criticism of the community outweighs their contribution. Because if that's where you end up at, then you're a coon. I see y'all Monday, man. Peace and love. Y'all have a good weekend, man.